Happy Tuesday!
Happy cheat day! Happy
Happy cheat day,
Tuesday!
Tuesday. Yes. All right. So, hindi ko na alam kung pang ilang session na natin to, Lance. Basta session natin to tonight.
Yeah, I know. I mean, parang, I think this is our second episode, our second season na ba? Or second series na,
Yes.
or third ba? Na tinapos natin ng fully.
Ay! Hala, hindi ko na
Tama
matandaan.
ba?
I think
Kasi
third.
I know we had Ben X Gym. That was the first, one of the first na we did
Agree.
like after show reviews.
Correct.
And then, I think this is the second maybe. This is the second I remember.
I think
Kasi we
so.
still have influencers na third na,
Right.
which will have their finale a few,
Right.
maybe next week then. Or this coming
kasi
weekend.
I agree with you kasi even Game Boys, hindi natin simulan yan from the start, even GSP, no? So, tama ka. I think Ben X Gym was the first and this is going to be our second. Tama ka, yeah. And then influencers would be our third na na-complete na natin yung parang reaction sort of session natin. Uy, di ba nakatatlo tayo? Biruin mo yon.
I know, ang saya.
Yes. So we'd like to welcome everybody to our... Naka-live na ba tayo? Yes, naka-live na.
Yes, we are. Don't be confused because of the show.
I know. Pinag-uusapan natin sa group chat. Tanong mo sa akin. Diba? Sabi ko, okay. Sige. But we'll reserve that later.
Yes.
But again, tonight is going to be a review. Finally, mag-review na tayo ng Cheat the Series. It's going to be an after-show chat. It's the finale, right? We just recently watched it like a few minutes ago, right? So later, I reserve natin yung reactions and emotions natin, okay?
Yeah.
Ano nga title ng episode natin? Ng Cheat?
Descent into Madness. So there's a two-part episode. So it was 40 minutes long.
Right. So 2020 pinaghiwalay siya, no? Tama. Yeah, so Descent into Madness. Before anything else, it's going to be an exciting night tonight because we're not only going to do a review or after show chat, we'll be inviting a very, very good friend and guest natin na nag-guest natin before. But before anything else, kaya tinanong kita dun sa title ng episode tonight, yung finale, Descent into Madness, diba? Yes. So, gusto ko lang sabihin out there, right, na well, we are getting into madness even outside the series, right? We're talking about the Philippines, vaccines, and everything. I just want to say hashtag defend UP. Yun lang gusto kong sabihin.
Amen. Defend UP.
Yun lang. So wala pa tong political undertones or anything. Yes, what are you gonna say? Ikaw isang eskolar ng bayan din, di ba?
Yeah, sa UP naming mahal, defend UP. I'll keep it short and sweet.
Yes, that's it. Yes, me too. Hindi ako taga UP pero yes, I believe in UP Diliman. Yun lang. Pero maganda yung tweet niya, ni Thais, no? Parang maganda yung analogy niya. Ano nga sinabi niya dun sa Twitter?
Yeah, I like Thais' analogy. If you watched Harry Potter, he compared that to, if you remember the time when Hogwarts was being invaded by Dementors. So that's what's happening to my beloved UP.
Yes.
Or our beloved UP. So
true.
And we are, I think what's happening now is I think most of the people who are fighting right now are becoming Dumbledore's army.
Yeah. I think so. Whatever we call them, they're Dementors.
Yes, whatever we call them. Basta yun na muna.
Yun lang muna. Baka mabash tayo dito, matanggalan tayo ng pa-show nating maliit.
Yeah. These are only the views and opinions of our person. These are only our personal views and opinions. This has nothing to do with the group, with BBS, and the show itself.
Yes, I agree.
Just to be clear.
Yes. You said it completely. But it's going to be a fun night tonight, definitely. We're gonna do a review and after show chat, Cheat the Series. But we will be inviting another friend and guest. Second time na niya ito. But I think she's gonna be a regular here. Kasi feeling ko ma-invite pa natin siya all the more. Sino to, Lance?
Yeah, I think the first time we invited her for our speak room session for safe spaces because she's a mother and she wanted to create a safe space for her queer kid. So that we invited her during that session, and I think she also crossed bridges and crossed other parts. Like she went to Kalat Arts to also do the same thing she might do here.
Yeah.
For you, Nico. And the question is, are you ready?
I think I am ready. I've always been ready for anything. Sabi ko naman to before sa sabi ko to sa isang session natin, no? Parang I'm kind of scared but I'm always open to these things, right? It's my first time. right? Remember the time I shared this story with you guys na nag-palm reading sa akin yung office mate ko. I think that does
Mhm.
not count to me. So ito kasi feeling ko mas credible ang ating friend.
Yeah, I mean, palm reading has different interpretations, and
Yeah, okay.
our beloved friend also actually offered during one of our lives in the Boy
Right.
Foretold by the Stars to
Yep.
do the same reading for
Mhm, mhm.
Adrian and Kia.
Yes.
So, without further ado, let's please welcome Ma'am Yao.
Yes!
Hello! Hi
Yan,
guys!
nagpa-music tayo kay Ma'am Yao. Yes! Para masaya.
Talaga.
Oo. Thank you so much, Ma'am Yao, for saying yes. Again, this is our the second time na sumama ka sa conversation namin. It's always fun having you here. Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Hey.
Thank you for
Yes,
having me.
Yes, she's also a creative mind. Pag binabasa mo yung mga tweets niya, hindi man ako nagre-react pero may mga poems siyang sinusulat, may mga sketches and drawings siyang pinopost here and there. So, she's a fellow creative, just like us. Just like us, yes.
Yes. Yeah, you can
Yes.
actually join if you want to. If you're a creative person too, and if you like poetry, we have something called the Tulaan Tuesdays. It's
Okay.
hashtag Tulaan Tuesdays, and
Okay.
Mamia posts a theme for each Tuesday.
Oh,
And this
sige, sige.
Tuesday's theme is hashtag fave song poetry. You just have to write anything do a poem
Right.
about your favorite song.
Sige, sige. I have to be honest, no, hindi talaga ako Twitter person. Kasi ngayon lang ako na-immerse totally sa Twitter because of you guys. So I'm just still getting the hang of it. I'm kind of like abandoning Facebook for now, a little bit. Kasi medyo
I
matoxic.
understand
I
that.
feel you. I
I
understand too.
understand that.
But I'm getting the feel of Twitter now. So parang nasasanay na ako sa Twitter. Even ngayong group parang DM, di ba? Parang
Yeah.
hindi ko masyadong natitignan. Nawala ako sa wisyo pag sa Twitter, pero sa Facebook kasi parang nasanay na ako. But for now, I'm abandoning it for now. And I'm focusing on Twitter. Yes.
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 Yeah, ako rin naman. I started there too. Like my Twitter before was all complaints on every net service provider.
Yes.
And I
LTT
shifted
ba
when
to?
the
Joke lang.
huh? Yes, PLDT Sky. Hi.
Gusto ko yun dyan. Baka naman.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Because we feel cheated right now with our network.
I know.
Hi.
I know. Ikaw ba, Ma'am Yao, sinong provider mo? Internet?
Globe.
Ay, okay. Uy.
Okay.
Okay. So, may
Rely-
okay pa siya. Kaya
Yes.
lang minsan naghihiccup din siya.
Totoo,
Hmm.
Pero
totoo.
okay naman.
Relatively okay sa Globe. Uy, backup ko sa Globe, pero Globe talaga, I
Yeah.
mean, reliable
Ako
for
rin.
in
My,
general.
my backup is Globe. Hi, Globe Studios. Thank you for the
Baka
gift
naman,
you
no?
given me. Baka naman.
Supportado ka
naman.
namin tatlo. Alright, before we parang check on Mamia, we'll check on some of our friends in the chat. Ayan, si brother is here saying hi,
Hi,
hello.
brother.
Both
Hi,
of us
Brother
here.
Salika ulit. Tulaan Tuesdays.
Yes. Yes. And Kiko is here, as always.
Hi, Kiko.
Yes, hi Kiko.
So, gusto ko to si Kiko. I mean, sa Twitter, both sa Twitter, pati sa podcast, and then sa chat, no? Tuwang-tuwa talaga ako.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, kindly do check Kiko's podcast. He's part of the Sassy Pet Shy production.
Yes.
Okay. Nawala talaga ako doon. Joke lang. Ako talaga yung nawala sa,
Sorry
sa
naman.
linya. Joke lang.
Sorry naman.
Ako talaga yun. Nawala ako
Okay
sa...
lang.
Yes. Ayan. To be fair with Kiko, I just wanna say this, Kiko, ha? Maganda yung boses mo sa podcast. I just wanna say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kung si RB ganda ang puho ng Kiko, ang sa'yo, boses ang puho.
Boses sa
Ganun
puso.
din.
Yes. Oo. All right. So, Ma'am Yao, how are you? Ayan, I think we've pretty much said hi to our friends in the chat. How are you doing? How have you been so far, ma'am? Ma'am talaga. Tawag ko kay Ma'am Yao.
Okay lang. No worries. Okay lang naman. So far, everything's going fine. The kids are okay. The husband is okay. Everything is
Yeah.
okay.
Yes. Gusto ko yan. Happy tayo tonight.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, so I think we're gonna be waiting for Mikey to join us in the conversation. Mamaya will definitely weigh in with us dun sa finale episode ng Sheet the Series, no. Before tayo papasok sa pag tarot card reading sa akin ni Ma'am Yao, kasi gusto ko talagang ipanghuli na yan. We'll say hi to Alora.
Hi, Alora. Good luck
Hi,
with
Alora!
Kumu. They're going live. I think they're live already. Some of them are live,
Ah,
so she might be
talaga?
entering Kumu. So for those who are
Cool!
watching Kumu, please support our friends and cheat. Hi, Alora.
Yay!
And
Sige.
Yes!
congratulations. You,
Yes, yes, yes.
finally, season finale.
Hi,
Congratulations.
hi!
Congrats!
Congrats, congrats. Wait, Alora, let us know kung ilang oras ka dun sa Kumu mo, ha? Baka habol kami after this session. Kasi may
Oo.
Kumu. Yeah. Yes. Gusto ko yung mga ano pa kumu-kumu nun, yung mga tipong bagsakan mo naman ako ng regalo, mga ganyan. Parang okay, anyo. Natatawa pa rin talaga ako doon. Ano yung mga ibong adar na mga Malacanang, mga lechon, gano'n.
Mga pahalo-halo pa minsan. Mga ganun.
Oo. Do you go on Kumu, Ma'am Lance?
No, I don't.
No.
Okay.
Wala akong
Kaya
app
wala,
ng Kumu.
ako rin. So we'll just ask our friends to go on Kumu for
Unfortunately.
the cheat people,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Alright. Asin pa bang na-miss out ko?
Wala
Wala
na
na
so
yata.
far.
Sige. Alright. Ayan, ready na ako. Nag-aantay talaga ako kay Ma'am Yao. Yan. Nag-aantay
Okay.
si Ma'am Yao sa taas. Ayan. Okay.
Yeah, kay brother
Okay.
Kiko and Alora, let's see. Parang, let's help Nico decide too.
Okay. I think sige, kasi binigyan ako ng option ni Ma'am Yao kanina before we went live. Sige, I'll go for the 1 year forecast. Tama ba yung term?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Kung kaya. Yan.
Interesting.
Okay, so here's what I need you to do.
Okay.
I need you to concentrate, keep your mind clear,
Mhm.
meditate if you can for at least 2 minutes or until you feel that you're comfortable enough. Then I'll shuffle the cards for you. Then when you're ready, tell me. Then I'll pick out 12 cards for the whole year. 13.
Okay.
13
Sige.
cards pala for the whole year.
Okay, 13.
Okay.
I think okay na ako.
Okay? Sige, let me just cut the cards and pick 12. 13.
Alright.
Okay,
Okay.
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So for your first card, you have the King of Cups.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. So the King of Cups pertains to balance, generosity, emotional maturity, and caring. So sometime it may have already happened since we're already half the month now, or it could still happen. Things are coming into balance in your life early this
Okay.
year.
Alright.
And it's either you've been shown generosity or you have
Um,
been being generous to the people around you.
mm.
Oo, sabi nun ni Kiko, mamasko ka daw, Nico.
Sorry, what?
Mamasko ka
Sorry.
daw. The cup is in your favor.
Grabe siya.
Yeah, and
Okay.
also it is advised that you continue with your emotional maturity keep your emotional maturity foremost.
Oh my gosh, parang totoo? Yes.
You might need that.
Diba?
I'm getting there, actually.
Welcome to January.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
January. Okay,
All right.
next
All right.
is
Right.
February. Queen of Swords
Oh.
reversed.
Reverse. Okay.
Okay, so the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this pertains to bitterness, being cold-hearted, and lack of focus.
Okay.
So, February may be a lot different from January.
Okay.
Uh, I think the the focus here is the lack of focus.
Okay.
You might be overwhelmed and by work or something,
Okay.
uh, and uh you might lose sight of some things.
Right.
So you have to look out for that.
Okay.
Okay, so for March, okay, you have the Magician.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a major arcana. So it means that this is a very major life event
Okay.
for you. So it means resourcefulness, power, taking action, and being creative.
Ay, gusto ko
Uy,
yan.
So,
uy,
so
creative.
from what happened in February, you might be
Okay.
recovering by March.
Cool.
So
Buti pa
you'll
siya.
be so
Grabe siya.
you have all the resources available to you,
Okay.
or if not, you'll be able to create something out of nothing,
Gusto ko yan.
practically.
Ay,
I actually have
masaya to,
plans,
Nico.
to be honest with you. Yes. Anyway, sige, yes. Na-excite ako.
Okay, so by April, you have the Wheel of Fortune
Ay, ngayon ko na
reversed.
nakita ulit yan.
Okay.
So this is another major turning point, and there would be some resistance to change,
Mm-hmm.
and you are asked to be cautious, for
Mm.
there might be some unpleasant surprises along your way.
Okay. Okay.
So major roller coaster ang dating ng year mo ngayon.
Right. Seems like, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
welcome to the Aries moon, the Aries year.
okay,
That's all I can
so
say.
next is so this is for May, I think.
Yes, for me.
Okay, it's the Knight of Swords reversed.
Okay.
Okay, the Knight of Swords uh, deals with arrogance, impatience, impulses, and rash decisions.
Okay.
So you don't look like a person who makes rash decisions, but in this instance, you might be forced to make a decision you don't want to do.
Oh my gosh.
Because some impulse is forcing you to.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to be careful of that, and it might cause chaos to the people around you.
Okay.
Okay,
Sa May
and
to, no? Mamiyaw.
Yeah, may yan. Na may rash
May.
decisions ka na mangyayari.
Alright.
Then June, you have the Three of Swords reversed.
Okay.
Okay, the Three of Swords, however, means healing.
Alright.
Releasing of pain,
Reverse
but
ko siya.
it also says refusal to let go and loneliness.
Oh my gosh.
Hala,
Reverse.
bakit
Ano
role reverse?
yun? Okay.
Anong card ulit yan, Ma'am Yao?
Ay, teka. Sorry. Hindi pala siya reversed. My bad. Three of Swords. Hindi
Okay.
pala siya reversed. Hindi pala siya reversed. I'm so sorry. Nagkamali ako ng basa. It means heartache though. Grief and love triangles.
Barahan ni Sandy to. Yun lang sabi ko.
Oh
My
my gosh,
extraordinary.
Separation,
What?
rejection, but it also means emotional release.
Okay.
So, I'm going to hold on to that one, emotional release. So, you have at least 3 consecutive months of bad readings.
Right.
So, this might be the time you release some of that tension.
Okay.
Oo. Sabi nila sa
So-
chat daw, ang gwapo mo daw, Nico, baka love triangle daw. Ganun eh.
Charot. Chusero.
But I'm not putting that out of the picture. It could also
Okay.
be that. So
Right.
so next is July.
Okay.
And this is
Eight of Swords.
8 of Swords. 10 of Swords pala.
Ala,
Okay.
Kala ko eight.
10 of Swords.
reversed
10
or
of
straight?
Swords.
Upright siya.
Yeah, upright. 10 of Swords means hitting rock bottom, backstabbing, endings, defeat, and also it means release.
Okay.
Okay. So let's hold on to endings.
Okay.
So something in your life is going to end. I'm not sure if it is a relationship or a cycle in your life, a period in
Okay.
your life. But it
Okay.
also could mean a new beginning.
Nice. Okay.
Because endings always lead to new beginnings.
Okay. Okay.
So let's hold on to that. And also another release, hopefully, a release of tension.
Mm.
But maybe you must also release something that you're holding on to that's not serving you.
Okay. It's making
And
sense,
next-
actually. It's making sense. I hope this is gonna happen in July. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
next, this is
Oh.
August. This is the Page of Swords.
Okay.
Okay. The Page of Swords upright deals with curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
energy, enthusiasm, communications, and new faces. So, yung start na nagsimula sa July is continuing on August. So, that is a good sign for you. And
Okay.
hold on to that energy and the curiosity
Right.
para magpatuloy yung energy mo to
Mm-hmm.
keep it going.
Okay.
Okay. Next is June, July, September. You have the Judgment.
Okay.
Okay, and this is another major turning point in your life. The Judgment, which rarely comes out,
Oo nga eh.
deals with judgment, new potential, rebirth, epiphanies, and absolutions.
Okay.
Uy.
So this is a very big thing for you. I think it would have to be epiphany and rebirth. So it's a realization of something
Okay.
in your life.
Right. Uy,
And
tumaas
it
yung
would be
balahibo kasi birthday month ko talaga siya, mamiyaw.
okay. And it would be a big realization for you.
Okay.
And also something that you've been carrying before,
Uh-huh.
something heavy you've been carrying would be forgiven.
Ooh,
Oh my
Solution.
gosh. Okay, okay,
that's
So
interesting.
let's hold on to that.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
next is okay. Hmm. Okay, this is the Two of Cups reversed,
Okay.
and the Two of Cups pertains to imbalance,
Mm.
tension, trust issues, and disconnect. This is September, October.
Mm-hmm.
This
October.
is in October. Um, there would be some. It could be since this is cups. It has something to do with the emotions. So
Okay.
it's either um, someone. It's most likely someone related to you or someone that is close to you.
Okay.
Magkakaroon kayo ng trust issues. I hope that that could be resolved
Okay.
and things would be out of balance for the both of you.
Oh, okay.
Sana ma-resolve agad.
All right.
Then the next is the Knight of Pentacles. This is in November.
Okay.
Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. That's reversed. Deals with boredom and being stuck in your routine. It also it also relates to restlessness, resistance to change, and perfectionism.
Parang ikaw yan, Nico, na?
Oh, super, super.
Okay, so it means that you're back to your old habits,
Okay.
uh, but at the same time, you're getting bored with the old same things.
Okay.
Okay, so while it's good to be a perfectionist, don't be resistant to change
Okay.
because it seems like changes are change is the thing for this year. So
Yeah.
so be ready for that. Be accepting of change.
Okay.
Then for December, we have the King of Wands
Okay.
reversed.
All right.
Nawala si Lance. Okay. Nasaan na yung Wands? Okay. King of Wands. Reversed. It means impulsiveness, pushiness, aggression, and unrealistic expectations.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so by December, um, you might. I'm not sure how to read this because from being a routine-oriented person, parang you're being pushed into impulsiveness again.
Mm,
So, um, okay, I think it has something more to do with unrealistic expectations.
okay. Okay.
So, uh, you it would be better if you set things a little lower than your usual standard.
Okay.
Um, if only so that you don't get frustrated.
Okay.
Yun lang.
All right.
And the last the last card we have, this is for the whole year. It's the Six of Cups reversed.
Okay.
Okay, the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups deals with resisting change again.
Mm,
Naivete, being stuck in the past, and unrealistic expectations.
okay.
So that's the theme for the whole year.
Okay, okay.
So yun nga, dahil nga nasabi ko kanina, change is happening but you're trying to resist it.
Right.
So try to be more flexible about it
Okay, okay.
and manage your expectations. Don't don't aim too high or you'll frustrate yourself. You'll break your own heart.
Okay, okay. Uy, Mamiyaw,
Because
thank
it
you
makes
so
it
much. Uy, hindi ko siya i-reveal. I-reveal ko ba? Hindi naman
well,
kailangan, di ba?
hindi
It's
naman
up to
kailangan, hindi
you.
naman
Hindi naman
kailangan.
Okay.
kailangan.
It's up to you.
Or like what you said. Uy, thank you. Super tinmaas talaga yung balahibo ko. Kasi parang, it did a lot of spots, super. Like,
Mhm.
when you made mention of creativity, curiosity, may sinabi ka bang burnout o parang ma-frustrate ako
Meron,
every
meron,
Yeah,
meron
yeah,
yeah,
yan.
yeah. Boredom.
impulsiveness, yung
Yeah.
boredom, then may rebirth ka pang sinabi. When rebirth
Mm.
was mentioned,
Judgment.
September, I was, oh gosh, kasi like this year, I'm gonna share very quickly lang. Parang
Mm.
this year, parang iniisip ko, it's like the renaissance year for everybody. So iniisip ko
Mhm.
parang it's time to really be reborn, parang ganun. So yun nga,
Mhm.
parang lahat ng mga sinabi mo nag-hit sa akin like a lot of spots like in me, like in my head. Parang na pinpoint ko talaga siya. So yeah, so I'll be watching out for these months, definitely. Tinatandaan ko talaga siya.
Oo.
Thank you so much, Mami. Ah,
You're
oh my
welcome. You're
gosh.
very
Oo.
welcome.
Yes.
Hindi ko I think, yun nga, tulad nga nasabi ng isang famous na manguhula before, these are
Yeah.
only, mga gabay lang tong mga to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
Yes.
only guides. We
And it's
still
up
have
to you.
our free will.
Own free will. And I know you're an existentialist at some point, so you still have free will.
But I must admit that at sabi ko naman before, 'di ba, for the lack of term, gullible ako sa mga divination and ito mga 'di ba, mga tarot card reading and palm reading. Na apektuhan nga ako dun nag-palm reading tong office mate ko before sa akin, 'di ba? But again, yeah, I have to agree with you. And I have to in a way match what Mamiao said in terms of resistance to change. Kasi like right now, I tama yung routine, parang I want to be in a routine for me to have a sense of control of everything. But tama parang we have to be open to change kasi talaga, no? It helped a lot. It helped a lot. Like, honestly,
Yes.
wala talagang echos talaga, Mamiao, as in promise. Kasi like everything that you said, like hit a lot of spots in my head. Like, shucks, sige, okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Thank
Thank
to
you.
give you a preview of mine.
Sure.
Parang
Super,
sabi ko
okay.
nga, it really depends. Kaya I really took in when they said na these are only, itong mga gabay lamang. Kasi
Yeah.
at least yours was a roller coaster. Mine was
Yeah.
different and darker. Ganun eh.
Talaga?
Yes. So basically, my last card was the reverse moon.
Okay.
And it meant confusion. That was my last card.
Oh, what does it mean?
My whole year's confused. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
And I think the most significant question I asked Mamia was,
Mhm.
how do I counter these cards? So,
Okay.
ang sabi niya sa akin was, you just have to, kasi there's a factor in my life that's causing this confusion or causing this
Mm.
dark roller coaster happening. So, I just have to change something in my life na tingin mo that's putting you in this confusion road. And things
okay.
would breathe easier. And
Okay.
so far, I did a little tweaking,
Right.
and I could see the cards still falling into place, but it's
Mm.
going into a different direction in a way,
Okay.
in a different interpretation, not what
Yeah.
was going through my head before.
Yes.
Right.
So parang, when excited old mamayaw, January, when may binunod siyang card before sa akin, sabi ko, ito lumabas na baraha. Sabi ko, mamayaw, that card you thrown at me is happening. Sabi ko ganun.
Oh
But
my god.
it's
Yeah.
happening in a different way. It's not happening to what I perceived it to be happening. Parang ganun.
Okay.
It's still happening pero nag-segue to another, kumbaga it went to another route naman.
That's nice.
Yes. There is such a thing as self-fulfillment,
Right.
but
Mhm.
you can determine what aspect of that self-fulfillment happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Right,
So
right.
it doesn't necessarily have to be totally bad. If the reading was
Mm,
bad, it can still
mm-mm.
be changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ako, ang dating sa akin ngayon, kaya I felt it's refreshing. Ano yung initial parang reaction ko to it because it's guiding me through the entire year eh. For me to
Yes.
anticipate for what's gonna happen. I mean, tama eh. Parang I don't really have to say na kung masama, pangit. Doesn't have to be that. But I can only anticipate for what's gonna happen eh. And then
Mm-mm.
make decisions, 'di ba? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, ako I don't totally disagree. Ako talaga I have the inkling talaga to to self-validate eh kasi like month of January made mention of generosity and I must validate and confirm that because I've been feeling like people are like going to me this month giving me like seeing me like texting me messaging me marami akong nakukuhang ganun. I feel like everything was pouring down on me. So I think that's the generosity part eh. So February,
Mm.
it's not yet clear to me though. But with everything that I'm planning in my head, I kind of confirming and validating it in a way. So it's good that I heard that from Mamiao because I think I need to tone it down a little bit. I guess kasi baka nga mawindang na lang ako bigla ng February, 'di ba? At maglaslas ako. Charot lang. O, joke lang talaga 'yun.
Uy, wag.
Ano,
Wag.
hindi talaga. hindi talaga.
Yeah. If
Uy,
ever you
kasi
feel
pala
like that,
hito ko.
Nico,
Hindi lang ako nag-react masyado. I kept on listening. I wasn't really sure if I should be asking, but I was just listening to Mamiao kasi baka maapektuhan yung energy or something. Hindi ko alam eh. Pero I was just listening and like absorbing everything that Mamiao was saying. So yeah.
Mhm.
oh,
Yes.
pero you can ask naman kasi I wasn't the inquisitive
okay.
one. I asked a lot of questions. Lalo with the
Yes.
baraha. You can naman in the future if you plan to do another
Mm.
reading.
Right, right. Siguro wala namang questions on my end kasi parang it was clear to me at least, no? Parang I wasn't really asking kung ano, sino, walang ganun eh. Parang it was like validated and confirmed in my head like all the time. Yun lang. Bro, Mamiya, super thank you.
And you're welcome.
Lahibo ko. Ito kasi lahibo ko. Seryoso. Thank you. Ayan, so to all our 8,000 viewers out there, if you want Mamiya to do some reading for you, you can reach her. You can reach her sa Twitter, Mamiya, no?
At Mommy Meow.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. 2021.
Yes. It's mommy
Laban tayo,
meow.
lads.
Mommy,
Laban
mommy
tayo.
meow. Yes, laban na tayo. Yeah, I mean, pero just parang, I have a random question though. Like,
Yeah.
I know in one of your talks, Nico, and the other and Thirsty talks, you talked about the existentialism and
Oh.
determinism when it comes to
Yeah, yeah.
fates.
Correct.
So,
correct.
what do you think of fates? Or do you believe in it? Are you more, it's more of the free will? Is it determined by another factor?
Okay. I grew up, half of my year, I must say, I grew up with a sense of fatalism, like with a Catholic background, di ba? Parang pinalaki kami ng, I mean, tayo, I guess. No, may paniniwala ng may fate, di ba? Na takot tayong magkasala because there's heaven and everything is determined at the very beginning. When I went to college, alam mo naman sa kolehiyo, di ba? Binubuksan yung mga utak at isip natin. Doon ako magsimulang mag-question talaga ng paniniwala ko. And I became an agnostic. And that process went on and I became an existentialist. And I kept on breeding that mindset and ideology, kumbaga, right? So right now, I consider myself as someone who's existentialist and agnostic at the same time. I believe that and ako lang to based on what I've been reading and influenced din ng friends that I have around me. I believe that I'm not really so sure. I'm not 100% certain that fate does not exist. It can actually exist, but at the moment in my life right now, I'm wanting something concrete, 'di ba? Parang everything is based on my decision and my choice. So I'm not saying that I am actually a non-believer of fate or destiny, but for me to survive what's happening right now in my life, I need to be an existentialist. I want to be an agnostic. I choose to be an agnostic because that's how I feel I can actually survive my life right now. Yun lang. Pero that's my life right now and everything changes, right? So Yeah. So yun lang. Pero like hearing you now, ako naman kasi super bukas talaga yung isip ko when it comes to all these things, right? I'm open to hearing people out based on their belief system, based on these things. Um, so nasabi ko kila Lance before na parang I'm not really a big parang fan of fantasy, ganyan-ganyan, in terms of genre ng film, no? Pero parang natutuwa na ako recently, alam mo yun, parang people change daw kasi. So I guess a few years from now, I might actually be inclined to, believing in destiny and fate, di ba? So it depends. I'm not really certain. But for now, andun ako sa point na yun. I'm not really totally a disbeliever, but I'm at some point there yet. Na andun ako sa concrete stage ko pa at the moment. Yes. Dami ko sinabi.
Okay lang yun.
Okay lang yun.
Ikaw, Ma'am Yao, what's your concept of fate, destiny, and all that stuff?
For me, like Nico, I'm an agnostic, but my beliefs are eclectic. I have no concrete belief with regards to religion or such things. But as for faith, I do believe that we are the ones who determine that. While I do divinations, I use that as a tool.
Okay.
It's not something. It's not some. It's more like how do I say this?
If, parang ano,
It's more like taking hints.
Mhm.
It's more like taking hints.
Right.
It's
Right.
not that's a bit of a cheat code, so to speak.
Yes.
A
Magamit mo
bit
yan
of a
mamaya.
cheat code. So if we're going to gamify it, a bit of a cheat code, but it's not really a cheat code. So let's see. Okay, better yet.
game hint.
It's like a game hint or an Easter egg. Because
Mm.
sometimes they become very concrete events in your life. That's
Right,
why
right.
they're Easter eggs. So you look at these Easter eggs and then there you see what's coming before, what's coming
Yeah.
up,
Mhm.
and then you can, depending on the Easter egg, you can either change it or you can avoid it altogether.
Mm. Mm-mm.
It's
That makes
like
sense.
a hint to a
Yeah.
dangerous trap.
So
Right.
ganun siya. At least sa
Yes.
pananaw ko.
Yes.
Ikaw ba, Lance?
I can relate to Ma'am. I can relate to both of you kasi
Right.
I'm thinking of it like a game too. Na
Right.
there's a set of fates, kumbaga, na lines where you're going through. Like if you pick, make this decision, you'd follow a certain fate. If you make this decision, you follow a certain fate. Parang so on and so forth. Parang siyang game. Na every move you have, there's a predetermined set of rules that you'd follow. Pero as a player in the game of life, you are deciding which path would you go to.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
it's like a mix of both existentialism and determinism in a way.
Mm.
So you've got your own free will, but there's still some destinies with an S that you have to cross. And some of those, it's like a cobweb na hindi siya linear na, kunyari, fate A could be interlooped with fate B, C, D, E, F, or babalik ulit sa fate from D, babalik ka ng fate A, so on and so forth. So it's all
Yeah.
intertwined in a way.
Right.
So
Wait,
that's what I believe in. Kaya when Mami Yao gave me this dark reading before, sabi ko,
Yeah.
I think that Easter egg for me was a dark warning or a warning saying you have to do
Mhm.
something about it
Yeah. Yeah.
to change it.
It's a call to action. Wait, but ako honestly, yung palm reading story ko with the office mate, tatakot talaga ako doon kasi ayoko na talaga. Kasi, di ba, I think Mamya was there in the chat na parang sabi ko sa akin, Mamya, no, mag-asawa daw ako ng babae, hindi ko tatanggap. Ayoko. Pero yun nga, parang I like what I'm hearing from you guys because yeah, it's gabay, it's guide, and it's still your free will na alam mo yun, magde-decide at the end of the day. No? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before we
Yeah,
Lance, before we
go.
continue talking, our friends are actually in the back stage already. Let's welcome Mikey first. Ayan,
Hi,
hi.
Mikey.
Hello.
Yes, nag-tarot card reading kami.
Oo.
Ako talaga.
Oh.
Yes.
1 year review ng tarot card reading. Hence,
Oo,
you're talking
1
about
year.
dates.
Destiny
Masaya
and
yun, ha?
it's I know.
Next time ako.
Yes. It was refreshing. Yun yung gusto kong sabihin. Mami Yao, thank you so much. Yes. Ayan. Ipopromote natin si Mami Yao sa Twitter talaga para maraming
Laban.
magpapakinig.
Yes.
Pero baka mapagod naman siya.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Mami Yao, we'll probably initially invite you, Mikey, and myself dun sa Thursday Talks naman.
Uy,
We
tawid.
have another session siguro. We'll figure out kung ano yung topic namin, but definitely we'll invite you over. Kung free ka, definitely nun. I will adjust dun sa time mo naman, definitely. Yes. Mas wide ang audience doon, mas marami. Para ano.
Lumilipad yung
promote-
audience nila dun eh.
Oo. Promote ka talaga namin doon, promise. Yes. All right. We don't want to keep our very good guests waiting in the backstage.
Ooh.
Mikey, take it away.
Do the honors.
Oh, well, hi guys. So today we are talking about Cheetah series, the finale. And I just came from a live from another channel. And actually now we have a crossover because the owner of that channel is now here with us. So the one playing Jay in the series, let's all welcome VR Relosa.
Hi,
Nice to see you guys. Nice to finally be here in your channel. Kahit medyo masakit kayo sa ulo kakapanood.
Grabe siya.
Grabe siya.
Grabe.
No,
Sige,
really,
makakalaga
every
kami dito.
time nandito ako sa channel ng BBS, parang napipiga yung ano ko, yung utak ko. Parang sabi ko, hindi na nga ako nag-aaral, parang nag-aaral ako lagi.
Sorry na.
Sorry.
But before we continue, okay lang po bang awayin ko si Mikey sandali?
Sige na,
Ayan.
go.
Okay.
Go
Go for it.
ahead. Ayun, tatabi ko kayo. Go.
Bakit hindi ka naglalag ngayon? Kanina blurred ka sa channel ko. Biglang dito maayos na.
At
Ito
ganon,
lang yung
ha?
explanation dyan. Yung ginagamit mong platform.
Pinalitan mo yung wifi mo, no? Ayaw mo
Sadya?
talaga.
Hindi talaga.
Ayan, ay nako.
Ang ginagawa ko ay, ang nagbago lang yung
Ay, ay.
platform.
Grabe. As in, hindi ko na siya nakikita kanina. Blurred na blurred siya.
Uy, ako rin, nahirapan ako doon talaga, promise. Pero
Oo.
laban lang. Para
Oo.
Laban kami, laban lang. First part pa lang, pakigalaw na po ang baso. Wala na kami narinig. Sorry.
Pero nangyayari talaga yan. Pero it was a
Sorry
good
na.
live. It was a good live. So, there were
Yeah, that's fun.
Congrats.
Congrats, VR.
Thank you, Mikey, for being there.
It was fun. Hey, no problem. Support.
Wait, to all our 15,000 viewers out there, please subscribe to VR's channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to his channel. So, check it out. Yes. Uy, napanood ko yung ano mo. Yung may live mo, yung top 10 mo. Facts about you. Pinanood ko yun. Nagpe-premiere.
More
Is it
than
the same?
10.
Oh, parang siya, habang nagka-countdown, nagpe-play yung mga previous vlogs.
Right. It was fun. Yes.
That was good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uy,
Wait,
VR, thank you so much for being here. It's going to be fun again. Ikaw yung makulit at super consistent sa chat talaga na sabi ko, feeling ko pag nakainuman natin, tumasaya to kasama.
Pero feeling ko tayo.
Oh, promise, you're gonna regret that. Promise, you're gonna regret that.
No regrets.
Alam mo, madami na nagsabi sa akin yan, and lahat sila sinabi sa akin, fuck. Dapat
Oh no!
Pero nalala ko, di ba? The last cheat we had na topic was, we were asking, what kind of drunk were you? Ang sagot natin na VR nun, you're the hugger. If I remember correctly.
Nico, and he says, I love you to everyone. Apart from-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yun, yung chill lang, parang
Ako yung
walang
yung
problema.
mas friendly kapag nalalasing. Para ako mayor, kapag nababar nga kami, parang, di ba parang may designated table dapat kayo ng friends nyo. Kaya lang, biglang,
Yeah.
kung saan table na ako napupunta, nag-shake hands ako sa
Okay.
lahat ng
Ang
tao.
cool!
So, parang akong tatakbo sa eleksyon. Hi, I'm VR. Who are you?
Ang kulit. Uy, feeling ko, ano? Yeah, Mikey, go ahead.
Sorry. That's why you're in showbiz, because you have that kind of energy and that kind of personality.
Mhm.
Right. Uy, pero
Dapat pala
VR,
binabantayan ka. Kasi baka mawala ka na lang bigla.
Hindi naman ako kalad ka rin masyado. Alam ko naman yung ginagawa. Ewan ko, masyado lang akong sweet. Siguro kasi I'm the kind of person na kapag hindi lasing, parang hindi ako showy. Hindi ako showy sa
Yeah.
feelings. So, even sometimes medyo kinikilig na ako sa ginagawa mo. Parang, okay, thank you. Hindi ako maano na, oh, thank you so much, I love you. Hindi ako ganun. So, siguro that's
Okay.
also the reason why kapag
Right.
lasing ako, lumalabas lahat ng pagka-sweet
Yes.
ko.
Uy, VR, in fairness
Naman tayo,
tonight.
lumalabas yung katotohanan pag lasing.
Yeah.
yes.
Oo. Yes. Uy, in fairness tonight, VR ha, fresh na fresh ka. Grabe yung glow up mo, I must say. Anong ganap mo, ha? Mga pasikat mo siya. Share mo sa amin yan. Ano yun?
O hindi, actually sa cheat, dami nga nagko-comment sa page ko, sabi niya, parang ang pangit mo doon sa series niya.
Grabe siya.
Ay,
Dahil
grabe
naman,
meron mga nagko-comment na gano'n sa sa channel ko minsan kapag nag-live ako. Nagme-makeup po kasi kami, sinasadya na i-darken yung face ko doon.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Intentionally, okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
all part of the
Pero,
character, di ba?
Yeah,
Pero
it's,
effective yung makeup mo. Bagay siya dun sa acting.
Yes.
Absolutely, di ba? Tama lang.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes,
very
Nico.
much. Very much. Yes. Uy, ako talaga, before we get into our review and after show chat, no, I just wanna give you a big round of applause talaga. In terms of acting, talagang from episode 1 hanggang finale, not because you're here, kahit ilabas pa kita, I'll say the same thing. I will say the same thing, magaling ka at gumaling ka since episode 1. So yun lang gusto kong sabihin. Kayo ba guys? What do you think?
Yes.
Um,
Magaling.
yes, go ahead, you guys.
Dumamyaw.
Okay, so, isa lang masasabi ko. Psychopath. Kuha mo yung mannerisms ng isang psychopath. As in, sobra. Napabilib ako dun. Ang galing, grabe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, sabi ko nga you have this Joker that di ba, I remember in one of our interviews na you said you wanted to play Joker, and I feel like you're getting there. You achieved it with this. Kita ko yung twists and turns, the emotions, the deviousness, the angst, it's all there. And
Yes.
kulang na lang, mag-Bates Hotel ka namin, hawak ka na kung sino gumaganyan ka na eh. Yun na lang eh. It's all there. Ang galing. Hands down.
Yep.
You were brilliant.
Yeah. And I already told VR kanina, di ba? Pero yes, in terms of yung acting talaga, parang there were really revelations talaga in the cast, di ba? And VR was actually one of them, di ba? Kasi, and he mentioned this in his live kanina, na initially we thought that he was this like happy-go-lucky, tapos parang medyo chill lang siya na guy, and then turns out, psychopath, yes, hello. Diba? So, there was a complete turnaround, and he asked us earlier what was our favorite scene or most unforgettable scene in the series, and I said one would be his turnaround scene, diba? Yung suddenly he's blackmailing Jay, and threatening. I'm sorry, he's blackmailing Lee and then threatening Lee, diba? Parang, oh my God, we didn't know that he had that side of him. And then the other one was yung most recent thing that happened, another turnaround of a character. So alam mo yun, it's those character developments that really get me. And
Yep.
this particular series did those two really well. I was like, so yeah,
know.
kudos to the entire cast. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Uy, pero ikaw, VR, kumusta ka naman? Finally,
Oo.
ito na yung finale. How does it feel like?
Ano na ba?
Grabe, actually, nakaano kami, may isang reactor nag-invite sa akin sa sa reaction video kanina. So butik na ako maiyak sa camera. Hindi naman siya ganun kalungkot since alam ko naman yung mangyayari. Siguro the reason ko ba to kasi parang na-feel ko agad yung sepang. So parang every Tuesday wala na akong aabangan and alam mo, after everything na parang tapos parang every Wednesday to Friday nakaabang ako sa YouTube parang every hour nagse-search na ako ng reacting para makita ko yung mga reaction. Lahat pinapanood. Sabi ko wala na akong babasa. Hindi na ako mapupuyat kakabasa ng 1,500 comments sa isang video. Lahat ng tweets na every 10 seconds halos meron hashtag cheat na series. Sabi ko, wala na akong pagkakaabalahan. Sabi ko parang nakaka-miss maging busy. And Wala, nakakamiss mapagbulahan sa iyo. Mang-tease sa inyo, gano'n.
Yeah, miss ko rin yung mga patis mo tsaka yung mga puzzles mo on what will happen in the next episode. Parang ako naglalaro ng 4 pics and 1 word. So mamaya maghulaan kami ng poetry, mga ganon.
Sabi nga nila sa akin, tinanong nila ako kanina, so VR, question is, do you have any idea what will happen in season 2? Sabi ko, don't worry, kapag may idea ako sa season 2, naka-tweet agad yun, malalaman nyo. Si Derek, promise, hindi siya magtitiwala sa akin. I'm the last person na makakaalam about season 2 kasi alam na nila, I'm not really good at keeping secrets. And hindi naman ako nagkulang magsabi no since our first interview. Sabi ko, don't ask me. You can ask all the other cast kung about anything, about teasers and everything, but not me, please. Kasi I'm not really good at keeping things.
Yeah.
Tom Holland ka pala ng MCU, ha? Ikaw pa ang counterpart nila dyan.
Yes.
Pero at least sa'yo kasi, you do it cryptically. Kaya Tom Holland talaga bland out. Ito yung nangyari. Parang, oops.
At least yung sa'yo, maganda yung, lalo na yung mga poems. Ang ganda ng dating niya. As in, well-crafted. Kaya, kudos dun, kudos.
Thank you.
Uy, talagang, alam mo, iba yung aura mo talaga. Hindi ako nang bobola sa'yo or anything. Alam mo, sinasabi mo kasi mambobola kami dito sa DBS. Hindi talaga. Pero alam mo, iba talaga yung aura mo tonight, ha? Kasi nung first interview namin with you, hindi ko alam kung kinakabahan ka or medyo awkward ng konti. Di ba nag-improv tayo nun? Sabi ko, galing umarte to. But now parang naging confident. Basta iba talaga yung aura mo ngayon. I don't know why. In love ka ba or something?
Ay, grabe! Masaya lang po ako. I'm overwhelmed with all the comments na nabasa ko. Siguro ganun. Kaya ako inspired. Ayun. Yun nagpo-push sa akin ngayon, yung mga narinig ko and mga nabasa ko ng mga gandang comments. Actually, sabi ko nga, nag-usap kami ni Direk after nung shoot namin, nung last day namin. Nag-one-on-one kami, sabi niya sa akin, VR, are you prepared na mabash and masabihan ng mga negative stuffs? Sabi, handa ba yung puso mo? Sabi ko, yes, feeling ko kakayanin, Direk. And then sabi niya sa akin, wag na lang daw ako magbasa ng comment section, para ganun, para hindi daw ako maapektuhan. But then binasa ko lahat, pero parang not a single one is parang direct hit sa akin and negative. Kung meron man nagmumura parang I hate Jay, fuck Jay, this bitch is blah blah blah. Pero parang wala akong nabasa na VR is bad at this, VR is not. Alam mo yun, parang so I'm happy. I'm really really happy.
Yes.
Deserve mo.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Deserve. At saka kita naman na, di ba? Parang yung dedication at saka yung hard work ng buong cast, di ba? Kasi if they didn't really put their 101% effort into it, hindi siya makikita sa series. So you guys definitely put in all the work. So good job.
Thank you. Tsaka feeling niya nakabago yung aura ko ngayon kasi nagbago ako ng hairstyle. Kasi sabi ko nga sa kanila kanina, fun facts about me, kapag normal, even sa series, mapapansin nyo, ang hair ko talaga is this side. But then kapag may special events, tapos kapag nagpo-portray ako ng bad boy look or finale, if may attend daw ng wedding or basta big event, nilipat ka sa kabilang side. So baka
Yeah.
fun fact.
Probably.
At saka, buti ngayon naka-front yung camera eh. Kasi usually nasa side eh. Alam mo yun, yung parang nandito eh.
Right.
For the win. Parang
Yun yung angle mo talaga, dapat nasa harap yung camera. And by the way, just like what Lance said before you came in, this is the second series that we are doing complete na episodes. Kasi the first one was Benax Gym, no, Lance? And then this is the second one. So talagang tinuloy-tuloy talaga namin. And parte ka dun sa motivation namin to really check on every episode of Cheat the Series. So yes, kudos! Yay!
Thank you, BBS Squad,
Yes.
for that.
So
where do we begin? Kasi we were talking about fates a while ago. So, kasi at first with season 1, parang kala mo tinadhana lahat na magiging roles nila. But hell, we were wrong. But I think the biggest thing I remember nung first episode pa lang for season 1 was we called it out. We mentioned that we had a dark feeling that V is the Antichrist or something like that to that extent. That's the first pa lang eh. Kasi parang, no one's that innocent. Ewan ko lang.
I think the only person that we can really trust right now is Alan. Kasi he's
Yes.
the one who doesn't have any ulterior motives, or he's the one who doesn't have any, like, I don't know, like hidden personality. But then again, knowing Chi,
Hindi mo sure.
that's correct.
We don't know.
I mean, you never know. I mean, they might appear meek or sort of like very soft and sort of like very kind, but then again, they can do a complete turnaround and then show us something really like sinister and stuff. So, pero at this point, yun nga, parang, and I want to call out Cheetah kasi earlier, I think it was like 3-4 hours before the episode aired, they said that the clue for this episode is Alan. But Alan was nowhere to be found.
I
So I'm like,
know.
Yeah.
so it was misleading. And Cheat does that. They cheat us all the time. So, alam mo yun, parang the dedication to being true to character or true to form. My God, you guys. Parang you take it to a different, a level like that. So,
You take
I
it to the
think
social
somehow
media level.
tama naman. The
Okay,
clue is
okay.
Alan because he's the only one who's not there.
that's weird though. I was expecting him to save Jennifer. I was like, where is Alan? Where is Alan? that was my thought the entire time. Like, asan si Alan? Asan si Alan? And then somebody said in the chat, because we were watching the song, right? So it was the title, and then Daryl was singing. And then somebody in the chat said, watch till the end, watch till the end. So I was expecting Alan is going to show up, but didn't show up. So, okay. So then, cheat the series. Huh?
They're cheating again.
Again, cheaters. Sorry.
Or, sabi ko nga eh, baka naman lahat sila ang fate nila parang si Allen, nawawala afterwards. So, which technically happened slowly. We don't know yet.
Wait, what? Are we saying
Well,
Alan is a fake character?
Hindi.
Hala.
No, I mean, kasi diba, we don't usually see him in all of the episodes. So parang ang clue is Allen. And then they're taking out each character one by one. Like how they take out Allen from the different episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, what BBS on it?
Wait. So, are you saying that for each episode, there's always one character, at least one character missing? Is that what you're saying?
Huh? No, I mean, kasi
Or-
diba, Alan is not always there in the episodes. So ang
No,
clue
he's referring
is...
to the deaths yata, na parang tinatanggal nila
Oo.
isa-isa. Pinapatay
Yeah,
nila isa-isa.
referring to the deaths.
Hala.
Like they're taking out each character one by one. From Jay, the mother, Jennifer.
Got it.
Right.
Although, in the live earlier that I watched with VR and the cast and the reactors, they said that Alan is gonna figure prominently in season 2. So he's gonna be
Okay.
definitely sure. And VR said otherwise kanina, pero I remember hearing Direk say that we're gonna have the same cast and additional characters.
Oh, I was there a while
Okay.
ago.
But then VR said we might have the original cast and additional characters. But I remember we will have the original cast and additional characters. So I'm gonna have to rewatch that and see who's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
But that would
And-
be interesting.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
remember your reference nun, Mikey. Eh. It was the Phantom of the Opera. We will find out that biglang the
Yes.
character Jay will have a
Diba?
scar. Or kita yung
Correct.
kabilang skull niya, nakamask siya.
What was the other movie reference?
Scarface.
Twilight.
And
No, no,
Twilight.
Twilight
Twilight.
meets Phantom of the Opera. So if Twilight, apart from ghosts, most likely you might see some werewolves and some vampires. Maybe. Maybe.
Okay.
It's not a
Yeah,
definite
kasi-
yet.
Pero
We-
di ba nag-twitch sila ng merman?
Yes, but
I think that's a different
production.
series.
Okay.
Movie.
It's a different production.
A movie.
Different movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
think there are gonna be two series and one movie. So the movie is a merman, and the other 2 series would be, I think, in production. They're thinking
Right.
about it. Yun. Ayun. So, are we gonna talk about your thoughts on the
Yeah.
entire thing? Paano ba tayo mag-umpisa?
We'll
So far.
do our. What do you think? Would you like to do our delighters, satisfiers?
Oh, pwede naman.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can go that.
Yes,
Go.
that.
Oh, habang
Sige.
andyan talaga si VR. Yes.
Oo.
Okay.
What's
Oh,
that?
Okay.
VR.
Ano, VR
Wait,
mag-ano kami?
kinakabahan ako ha.
O hindi, wala
Ay,
talaga.
naman.
Hindi. Explain
Hindi ka na mag-improv, Char. Promise. Ang mag-improv
Ano?
dito si Mikey, si Ma'am Yao na. Joke lang.
Bigyan mo lang kami ng direksyon.
Ah, joke lang. So, how do we do this? So, we'll be just basically share our thoughts, yung mga delighters, satisfiers, and more. So, what are delighters? These are surprises. The entire series na to, ano yung mga surprises na nakita namin sa serye? What really excited us? Si Satisfier naman parang tama lang. Hindi naman siya pangit, but it just made us happy. Parang it's just a satisfier. It satisfied us. It did not excite us. Bomber would be something, hindi naman siya pangit, but it's more of a question rather. Yun yung context namin lagi sa BBS. Because we're not really that kind of an expert talaga, no? So more like a question na lang na parang bakit hindi nangyari to, bakit ganun. So we're not here to critique, but we're here to ask yung mga bagay-bagay na to sa serye. Yan. So share your thoughts also, VR, if you have any. And we will be rating this with Ma'am Yao and some of our friends in the chat. So we gave a perfect 10. Ayan. Pero normally kasi pag depende sa series, depende sa fields natin, no, sa series. But normally ang range natin average of 8 to 10, 'di ba? Usually ganun ang score natin.
Pero may lumalampas din minsan.
Lumalabas
Kapag
minsan ako.
ginagamit yung pass card nila.
Ginamit ko na yung pass ko kagabi.
May mga lumalang.
Yes.
Sige.
Alright. Ako sige, I'll start off. Kasi feeling ko you guys will be able to share in detail, no? Kasi feeling ko mawawala ako ng internet anytime soon. So, yes. Ano ba? I like I like how it's brave and it's bold. I mean, the entire series. I super like it. This is not the first time we saw this kind of story or narrative, but in a BL in the Philippines, sabi ko, ay, ang galing. Sabi ko, so kudos to the production, to UTV, to Cheat the Series for giving us this kind of series, no, na BL pa talaga. Kasi normally, pag ay na naman tayo sa Thai BL natin, no, na yung mga ganong trope na parang typical lang na lovey-dovey lang silang ganyan, chummy-chummy and everything. And then, pagdating naman sa Philippines, Pinoy BLs are giving us something different, no? Something progressive, something socially, alam mo yun, relevant, right? And then we see now Cheat. Cheat is really a totally different BL. I mean, if you compare it to the other Pinoy BLs, it's really interesting. Parang to me, it stood out. Diba? So in terms of the narrative, I see the vision and I like it. And it excited me. Okay, so ako dire-diretso na ako in terms of Delighter, Satisfier, and then Bummer. Ang Delighter ko talaga, VR, not because you're here, kahit ilabas pa kita, paulit-ulit ako, ikaw talaga yung isa sa mga Delighters ko. And I will be very honest, kasi nung una, parang I wasn't expecting a lot from you. Hindi yung lumabas din sa isa sa mga sessions namin. Parang I wasn't really sure, but I was kind of seeing your potential also in acting. Kasi ako, I'm a sucker for acting talaga. So, and then eventually, nag-progress ka kasi for some reason. Hindi ko talaga alam. I think most of us will say this, na parang you definitely matured. There's enough control in your delivery of the character. It wasn't really too much for me. It was enough. Tama yung sabi ni Ma'am Yao kanina, you are a psychopath and I can sense it. I mean, yung tama lang yung tawa, tama yung ngiti. Parang, oh my gosh, ang creepy ng taong to. Ganon. But I mean the character, not you, okay? So, ayan, I still super like Alora. Right at the very start, I still like her. May mga episodes lang talaga na I wasn't really sure if the acting was enough, sufficient. Hindi naman nagkulang sa akin. Parang I wasn't sure kung tama ba yung na-deliver or nabigay niya dun sa certain episodes. But overall, I super like Alora. Delighter din siya sa akin. In terms of Satisfier, I like the vision of the narrative or the story. It's nothing new, but it's bold and brave eh. Yun yung sinasabi ko eh. Parang give me something gritty and edgy, something that I've never seen on screen before in mainstream media and film and series. Parang it's not the typical one more chance kind of feels eh. Parang it's different. You cannot see that in Philippine cinema, I guess. it's a first, no? So satisfier ko yun. Not necessarily a delighter kasi it's nothing new, right? Siguro in terms of ayan si ano din si Iyo din in terms of acting is actually a satisfier to me. Siguro kasi kulang pa yung exposure niya at least for me. No? In terms of question siguro not necessarily bummer. Hindi naman siya totally pangit talaga. Siguro I would have wanted V Daryl to push it a little more siguro. Ako lang to, like it's just my preference. Parang I would have wanted him to exert so much dun sa, especially dun sa finale. Parang I was kind of like getting hyped na sa emotions ko dun na parang shocks, ito na. Ito yung sinasabi namin sa isang session namin na nagkaroon ng twist here and there. But I would have wanted him to be more psychopathic, I guess. Yun lang. Parang medyo makulangan lang talaga ako. I needed more from Daryl. Kasi medyo, I mean, central role yung ginagampanan nito. No? Si Migo naman was okay. Ang question ko lang siguro, parang I wasn't really sure dun sa finale part, I guess. Parang, I don't know if it was the tone of voice, parang yung intonation, yung modulation. Parang I wasn't totally convinced, but it wasn't really bad acting altogether. I would like to see more of his character, siguro in season 2, kung darating man siya sa season 2. I think may mas maibuga pa talaga siya. But for the entire season, I felt like hindi naman siya bummer. Really, parang it's a limbo between satisfier and a question siguro. Parang more pushing pa siguro, I guess. Yan. Yun, that's it for me. But it's a good series. So kudos to UTV and then Cheetah series. Yaz. There.
Yes, agree. Wanna go, Lance?
O, si Mamiyaw muna.
Fine. Oh, si Ma'am Yao, yes. Why not?
Mamiyaw? I think
Wala.
you're on mute.
Sorry.
Kami siya.
Ang galing.
There you go.
This would be my first time doing this. So, pagbigyan.
Okay, welcome to DDS. Initiation na.
You can do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Overall, I like the series. I'm a sucker for dark fantasy. And this really satisfied my thirst for that. And it's a very bold move, really, kasi it's taboo first and foremost. It's a taboo subject. So that's one of my delighters. Kasi hindi siya isang bagay na tinatackle normally. And the level of the level of accuracy na ginawa nila with regards to sa representation of witchcraft and all that, it's very uncanny. Maganda yung pagkakagawa nila and it's very well researched and I really like that. And also, the next delighter, again, katulad kay Nico, si VR. It's a very good performance. Napakagaling. At first, the first episode, hindi pa masyadong apparent kasi napakaliit ng exposure mo doon. Pero pagdating ng mga succeeding, lalo na nung dinakwil mo na si V, ay grabe. Sobrang nagsimula ng tumaas yung inis ko sa'yo. Almost Thursday level. Thursday level. As in, ganun ka-effective. So, I commend you for that. And also, si Alora din, another delighter. Yung silang dalawa ni Tuesday. Yung representation nila as practicing witches, although merong mga inconsistencies, maganda pa rin. Believable yung acting nila. Tapos, ano pa ba? Then, Satisfiers, si Iyo. isang scene in particular is when yung naglalaro sila ni Migo, tapos yung uminom siya ng alak, tapos yung
Mm.
reaction niya, uy, ang sarap ah. that is one,
Yes, come through promotion.
okay, that is one scene na talagang tumatak sa isip ko with regards to iyo. Ang galing nung pagka-natural nung dating ng acting niya. Tapos, si sister din, yung pagiging sinister niya, ay ilala na nung nagsa-self-flagellation siya. That is very creepy. Ang galing nung pagkaka-perform nila doon. So, now, dun sa medyo questionable ng konti, okay. Yun lang, medyo questionable ng konti. Ano nangyari kay Mistress?
Also a question.
I'm just questioning ano na yung nangyari sa kanya. Meron bang resolution dun sa ginawa ni mother? Something like that. And aside from that, ang isang medyo napuna ko lang kanina, especially no finale, is yung choreography ni Jay tsaka ni Dong.
Yung
Yung
fight
fighting scene.
yung fight na yun.
So,
Yes.
alam ko mahirap mag-choreograph ng fist fights, pero it would have tawag dito, it would have helped kung medyo naging mas believable ng kaunti yung pagsuntukan, kasi halatang umiiwas ng konti eh.
Mhm.
So, ewan ko kung paano gagawin yun. But anyway, and lastly, yung siguro na scene sa doon sa scene ni Jennifer tsaka ni V. Yung part na yung ultimate act na gagawin ni V kay Jennifer. Okay, so I would have wanted V to exert more emotion siguro doon. Kasi it's a very intense scene.
Right.
So it would have made such a difference. If not such a difference, it would have made more impact. So, yun lang. Pasensya na.
Okay naman siya kami. Yes.
Thank you for
Good,
sharing.
good insight. Yes.
We are curious ako, how did you guys choreograph yung fight scene? Or what was the experience like when you were doing that? At tumatawa ba talaga yung suntok sa'yo?
Oo.
No. Hindi tumama yung mga suntok sa akin. Pero, actually, that's the most awkward scene.
Oh.
To be honest. Kasi me and Migo, it's both our first time doing such scene, and I don't know, but me myself, I haven't really experienced having fist fights in real life.
Oh, talaga?
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
experienced that. And I think si Migo din. So, kaya nung na yun, parang I don't really know how to react or what to do. And medyo natagalan kami sa rehearsal. Kasi nga parang awkward yung mga scene, ganon.
Right.
And actually, I think the hardest part for me is how will I be able to maintain my emotion while dodging his punches.
Yes.
Pero in all fairness, you were able to maintain your emotions during that sequence.
True.
Nagawa naman yun. It's just like, siguro, it has to do with the beats, maybe, with the fight scene lang.
Right.
Maybe I was waiting for it to be to be mas impactful or mas mabilis, kumbaga.
Yeah.
Pero yeah, given that situation, it's all new for all of you guys. Yeah, okay naman. Understandable.
Pero it takes so much skill to do like a fight scene. Ha? Sabi nga ni Mami,
Oo
it takes
naman.
like a real choreography. So for a first, I think you're gonna do better. Baka pwede kayo magkapuwera next time. No? Baka mas better. Joke lang.
Tumbling na sila ng ganyan.
Oo, with music. Charot lang.
Well, talaga.
Tribal music and with all the drums.
Oo, mas exciting yun.
Pero mas nakakatakot nga yung gumawa ng mga fight scenes eh. Kasi parang there's a huge chance that somebody will get hurt.
And I'm not really sure kung napansin nyo guys, pero yung floor is wet.
Yeah.
it was.
Yung ano pa
You
siya,
have to be careful.
madulas siya. And
True,
then hindi siya patag, parang pababa siyang ganun. So kapag
Right.
umiwas ako, konting mali ko lang na hakbang, madudulas ako, tapos mababago
Yes.
ako. So
Right.
I have to be
Very
really
true.
careful.
Ayaw namin ikaw mabagok. Kailangan ka pa namin.
Oo.
Yeah.
Promise.
Oo. Kahit yung character mo, nabagok doon, pero ikaw, as the actor, please, no?
Pero question mark pa rin kung nabagok talaga. Question mark pa rin.
Oo.
Oo, kasi Mark, we don't know.
Again, anything can happen.
Yes,
Uy.
they let us hanging for every
Right.
death.
True.
So we don't
What do you
know.
think about the deaths? Who really died?
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
question.
Kung ay na naman siya, nagtatanong na naman tayo. Nakakainis.
Ginugulo niya kami kanina sa live niya. Ako,
Talaga?
walang namatay. Walang namatay for me.
Oh my gosh.
Walang namatay, or if ever, kung mayroon na I have to pick one, the only person I'd pick would be the mother na namatay. Kasi the last incantation niya was, ang lakas ko iyo, ang kahinaan mo ay akin. So it's like a transference of energy. So I think she was trying to save someone. We don't know which baby she was trying to save.
Oh.
Kung kayo picture yun, if it was Alora or Jay or whoever na
Right.
nandoon.
Mm.
Sabi ko
Yeah,
nga kay
what
Mike,
about-
sabi ko nga sa kanila kanina, biggest question for me that I've been wanting to ask since day one, even dun pa sa mga first interview, is, do we really have magic? Kasi lahat ng spell na ginawa namin may reality counterpart. So, pwedeng nag-spell si Mother, pero what if delusional nga lang yung pamilya namin and we don't really have spells?
Oy! I like that
Ay,
twist
ginugulo
over
tayo.
there.
Ginugulo tayo.
Oh my God. Ikaw ha? Why are you doing this?
But wait. Sige, I'll give my
That's a
answer
good
that
question.
I kind of gave rin kanina. No, parang, for me, I've always considered na magical talaga sila. So,
Okay.
I mean, there is a possibility that maybe you don't see the effects of the magic because there is something else at play. Like, for example, diba, si Alora, she does all the magic. And, well, at least for the last part, nagkaroon ng manifestation yung mark of Ouroboros or something,
Yeah.
etc. But then again, parang one could argue na, well, she could have had a henna tattoo or somebody else do that for her, and then it happens to be the mark of Ouroboros, and then everything is circumstantial, etc. Pero I came into this series kasi thinking na it was going to be a magical series. So there are two individuals who are, and believable naman sa akin yung incantations, yung mga setup, yung candles, etc. So, parang it never really crossed my mind that it's all just made up or make believe. I really think that they do have magic. Now, probably the reason why Alora's magic is not working on V, kasi yun nga parang in my head, V is still a magical creature who somehow deflects any magic that is cast on him. So, hindi gumagana yung gayuma sa kanya, hindi gumagana yung, alam mo yun, parang,
Yeah, kasi siya yung anak na naging bata, naging totoong tao. Ganun eh.
Oh my God.
wait lang.
Yung galing kay sister.
Isip ako.
So it's the good and the evil in him playing.
Right.
Diba? And usually when you have like a sister, parang, I don't know, parang kasi mystery pa rin yung niya yung past niya where or who implanted the seed. Wow. So, diba? Parang she went away. We don't know. It could have been the devil.
Pwede siya binabanggit ni Mother, no? Sa isa pang babae na gumawa nun before.
Right.
Nung
May
spell.
mention siya.
Siya yung wise
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Actually, yung kutob ko, siya yung wise woman doon.
What? So
That's
means
why
she's
she's doing
magical
that.
as well, kung sakali.
That's why she's flagellating herself because that's the sin that she's carrying for so long.
Siya yung binabanggit ni Mother na nag-iisang naka-reverse nung
Right.
pagkatiyanak ng baby.
Yeah, it's like the play of good and evil nga kasi. It's like, kasi in both spectrums actually, kaya nga sabi ko, with what VR was saying, there is a possibility na ganun. Kasi on both sides of the coin, in the white and the religion, parang Christianity and Wiccan, it depends on what you believe in. With Christianity, we have Jesus Christ turning water into blood. Or correction, blood
Wine.
into water, or parang wine into blood, mga ganun, or water, parang water appearing
Water into
bigla, mga ganun,
Yeah.
water into wine.
Uh-uh.
He has miracles. And on the flip side, the Wiccan side, we have the magic, yung magical aspect na nilalabas nila. So, both belief systems have that inherently. So, parang, they may not seem as if they're magical, or parang some people would believe na it's a miracle, or it's what they believe in. And some people would say na, parang, hindi naman sila makapangyarihan talaga eh. Gets mo? Yung ganun. They're just like the priests in Roman Catholic Church, and the witches are like that then. Pero we really don't know. Malay mo, there's a certain energy that moves around us
Right.
to that aspect
Interesting.
when it comes to that. Pero when it comes to V pa rin, I just still think na he's the Antichrist. Or the Chanak.
The Chanak is new for me, so I'm gonna have to process that first.
Yeah.
Ano English na ginamit nila? Homunculus?
Homunculus, correct.
Yes.
Homunculus is a receptacle. Diba? I mean,
Yes.
it's not necessarily a Chanak. I guess they didn't have an equivalent to a Chanak.
Yeah, wala. They didn't have one.
Right.
And I like the fact that they touched on Philippine folklore na. So,
True.
I think, sabi nga namin, baka season 2 na we'll have the aswangs. Kasi the bringing of a Chanak would bring the aswangs.
Correct. Very
And-
true.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
they
actually,
should be
that's
part of
also the
that.
reason.
Like brown man.
It's actually intended na na maging Filipino, yung ganong part ng culture yung i-show. That's also
Yeah.
the reason kaya nung mga previous shows or episodes niya parang about the circle and yung pagpatay ng kandila. That's why we're not saying anything, because it's supposed to be like sa Filipino, di ba, parang hindi naman talaga tayo ganun or yung ganong side.
Mm.
Very true.
Very true. Very
Iba
true. Wait,
yung
Yeah.
witchcraft sa Philippines.
Wala tayong circle, walang
yeah. True. May nagko-compliment talaga sa'yo dito. Ayan. VR, ang pogi
Ay.
doon na nasa gitna. Ikaw lang talaga
Happy
nasa gitna.
birthday!
Eh, happy birthday.
again!
Happy birthday,
Cake mo
Maki.
naman siya.
Happy birthday, Maki!
Hindi ko nakita.
Si Mark
Ayun, si
Ryan
Maki.
Victoria.
Mark Ryan. Hi, Mark Ryan, Victoria. What's up? Thank you.
Yes.
It's his birthday today.
It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yes.
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 I mean, if it wasn't his birthday, he would be here with us. So right
Yep.
now he's celebrating and just dropping by.
Yes.
Ayan.
Yeah, and if I'll move in na rin with all my delighters, satisfiers, and bummers,
Go.
siguro, it will revolve around people mostly. The first one, siyempre, is our special guest, si BR. Kasi I like those little details. The little details I remember so much. Especially, I think my favorite scene would be the car scene. When you were hugging V, and then suddenly, you see that inkling of a devious smile. Parang those little hints, I love so much. Kasi those are things na kaya ang hirap i-act with people. Kasi I think with our school of acting with the Philippines, we're used to have explosive emotions. We're used to kapag galit ka, sigaw, galit ka. Pero if you can master those little minute details that
Right.
you do really well, ang galing mo doon. Kasi nakakontrol mo yung emotions mo. You can, parang may level of emotions ka nilalabas. I saw the same thing when you did the motor scene, when you're cleaning the motor, when you looked at Dong, parang, yung ngiti na naman na to na you're going insane. Ang galing nun. And that little tweak then when V was holding the phone and then that your character was looking at him, yung ngiti ulit na ganun, parang, okay, bring it on. Kaya ang galing nun. And very few people, siguro I've seen it in very few actors, like Jerome Ponce from the Next Gym, wherein you'd see the shrink of a smile going down. Those, yung mata-mata school of acting from Adrian and Kian. So we have you with your psychopathic little twists and turns and your smiles and stares. Yeah, ang galing nun.
Thank
And-
you so much.
And keep it up. I do hope you do. I honestly hope you do a psychopathic drama or a psycho thriller or suspense thriller.
Joker type. Ganun.
Yung Joker type. Sana you would do wonders there. Promise.
Yes.
Tapos kala mo,
Personal-
ikaw yung go.
Hindi ko.
Hindi, parang in the drama siguro, you were just like, ikaw yung pinaka-innocenteng tao lang doon. Yung pala kayo pumapatay ng lahat ng tao doon.
Serial killer type, ganun.
Actually, we did a film like that before, but it was not released.
Sayang.
Sayang.
But ako sa totoo lang, very mababaw kasi yung luha ko, especially sa mga ganyang bagay, like mga compliments, ganun. Sa totoo lang, parang sabi ko ng audition, siguro kaya ako kinuha ni Direk ng second ng second part pa lang kasi umiyak na agad ako. Yeah. Actually kasi para pagkasabi nila, oh, you're actually good, para umiyak ako, para international director si Rubiano, magaling. So, sobrang ako ng loka, and sobrang thank you sa mga nakaka-appreciate nun. And hindi ko actually naisip na makapansin yung mga ganong ka-small na detail na talagang sabi ko parang every night iniisip ko. Sabi ko kay Mikey doon sa live kanina, yung script tsaka yung namin, 'di ba yung schedule hindi naman siya sunod-sunod sinushoot minsan day. Yung first episode sinut namin siya ng last day, mga ganon. Yeah. So parang lagi ko iniisip day 3 ano yung ginawa ko last scene, paano yung smirk ko. Sabi ko kailangan every scene iba yung smirk ko, iba yung intensity niya. Kailangan yung episode. Tapos since last day namin sinut yung episode 1, sabi ko shit, nakita ko si Jay, sabi ko grabe yung mga scenes niya. Kailangan sa episode 1 hindi sila magkaroon ng idea. And yung mga ginawa ko in episode 1 actually wala sa parang dinagdag ko siya sa script. Parang nung mag-open si Kuya, parang ako dapat nasa gilid lang ako na nakaupo lang ganun. Pero parang sabi ko sa sarili ko, kailangan medyo jolly type yung ibigay ko sa episode 1 para hindi sila mag-suspect na ako, medyo may masama ako intention. So parang na-appreciate ko na, ay grabe na nakuha nila yung yung tinatry kong i-portray na character na parang,
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And medyo umano yung ko sa sarili ko.
Yes.
I mean, it's a good craft na kasi you notice those little details. And that's also for us, that's what we see then. Those make a big effort. I mean, that takes a big effort talaga to do that then. Tapos, to move on to the other delighters, yung mga co-cast niya rin would be si Mother and si Alora. I like the tandem, like what Tommy was saying.
Yeah,
I like how they represented the witchcraft involved and how well it's researched. Kahit it was a bit flawed, pero they stayed true to the incantations. I actually googled all the Latin texts kasi I studied Latin. Sabi ko, tama sila, accurate sila. In fairness, hindi lang basta-bastang lorem ipsum to. So, yun.
Filler.
Kainis.
Oo, hindi lang basta filler. So it was good. At least they pay attention to the details then. Although, yun nga, there were some details na parang, bakit mali to? Pero when we were breaking it down, because she's careless, because she's like that, because she's ganon. It made sense pa din. And yes, gusto ko yung book. Pwede bang kunin kay Direk yung book kung hindi na kailangan, please? Gusto ko yung prop book na may charm na logo. Yung may triquetra na logo. Kasi parang siyang charm book.
Magkaka-auction daw. Season 1 things. Ganun.
Ay, pwede.
Ano ka seryoso ka doon?
Yung kotse, i-auction ba
Yung
yan?
kotse, mahal na siya kasi parang lahat ng scene doon nangyari.
Oo nga eh.
Kainis.
Sa ibabaw, sa loob, sa likod, sa harap.
Yeah.
Sabi mo nga
Totoo.
kulang na lang sa ilalim.
Sa ilalim. Sabi ko, season 2, kailangan may nagkukumpuni sa ilalim and then something will happen para kompleto na.
Yes.
Ang
Gusto
kulit
ko kay
mo.
Direk yan.
Kailangan
Push yan.
Sabi ko, possible naman ko yun kasi may napanood na akong mga ganun scene sa mga site na pinavivisit ko pa.
Ooh! Just
Patingin nga ng history mo. Diyos ko, my God. Kalat hours na pala.
Oo, pwede.
Meron ka pa balance?
Meron pa.
Go.
The Lighters wala na. Satisfiers naman. My satisfier talaga was Iyo. Siya yung first satisfier A ko kung nandito si Mark. Yun yung talaga. I like, parang, he would have been a delighter for me if he had more exposure or more lines to say or more parang scenes kumbaga. Pero favorite ko talaga yung Drunken Iyo.
Yeah.
That Socratic Drunken Iyo was the bomb for me. Kasi ganun ako minsan when I'm drunk. So nakarelate ako. And other satisfier will be, sino ba? Si McCoy, the dog. Naawa ko sa kanya nung eksena. Kawawa siya doon Iniwan niya sa labas
True.
may host.
Wawa man, papi.
No.
And what else? I like that also satisfier sa kanya that they stayed true to the Philippine folklore at least, especially with the two belief systems that are contrasting. And I like the contrasts of beliefs then. Na you turn like you won't expect the good to be really that good. You won't expect the weekend to be to have that sense of conscience, yung conscience, yung parang ganun. Kasi normally they're portrayed na if you're Wiccan or you're a witch, you're evil. If you're a nun, you're supposed to be good. Here, they're all human. They have their own flaws. They have their own light and dark inside. So natuwa ako doon. I love that play of that. And my bummers would be, one, yun pa rin, yung first question bummer ko, yung, sorry Direk, pero that 90s end credits, please, with all the big fonts and typewriter style. Pet peeve ko lang yun. So, yun lang. I think that's one of the bummers. Yung pangalawa would be, I think I agree with Nico and Mamiao. On V's ending, on V's finale. I wish he somehow had VR's twist. I wish he could have rubbed, you shared that talent to him somehow. You know, you rubbed it off to him na kung paano kang mag-switch from the goody jolly person to the psychopath that you have. Because I wanted that halakhak na gera na when he was saying, papatayin kita pa ulit-ulit. Parang, I wanted more. I wanted to feel that same anger I had for your character, Jay, in V. Nakulangan lang ako doon. And another bummer would be si Dong. Parang, and all honesty, VR, I thought your character would be like Dong's. Na it's going to be a side character.
Yeah.
And ang ironic lang, kasi ikaw yung umangat, and then si Dong was like, wait, was Dong like a side character? Na parang, was he like Desdemona in Othello? Na siya yung side character na babae. Parang ganun lang. Ganun yung nangyari. Yun yung naging feel ko kay Dong.
True.
I'm not sure if it's the story or the acting-wise. I'm not really sure. Pero ganun yung naging feel eh. Mas umangat ka pa VR, mas naging pivotal yung role mo in the story.
Solid.
Compared to the love interest.
Walang etchos yun, promise. Kahit ilabas pa
Oo,
kita
walang
ngayon.
etchos yun. Oo.
Wala
Kahit
talaga.
wala ka ngayon dito, yung pala sasabihin ko pa ulit-ulit.
Ulit-ulit. Actually,
Yeah.
mag-live kami ulit mamaya, tapos babaguhin namin yung sinabi.
Mga 11:30 guys.
Actually,
Hindi ako makapagsalita kanina kasi may pumasok na hindi inaasahan. Pero totoo talaga, guys.
So,
Ay, no.
ay, may phone-in
Alam mo
question
talaga
talaga. May phone-in question
Ano
talaga, VR. Parang, sige, sagutin mo to on behalf of UTV and Cheat the Series.
Aha.
Hindi siya lumalabas sa chat talaga. Bakit nilagay sa Tuesday yung Cheat the Series? Dahil ba kay Tuesday Vargas? Sagutin mo yun. Matagal na question yan.
No, kasi Tuesday lang yata yung wala kaming kasabay. And gusto namin sa solo namin yung araw.
Right.
Ayaw
Yan
namin
po.
na may kahati kasi puro kahati na yung laman ng series namin eh.
Yeah!
So gusto
Oo,
namin
man.
yung viewers loyal.
Yeah!
Ayun.
Very true.
Walang karibal.
Correct. Ayun ha, nasagot na natin yung katanungan, malaking katanungan since ano pa yan, episode 1 pa talaga yan,
Oo,
VR.
grabe.
Ayun, hindi po siya dahil kay Tuesday Vargas, dahil lang po gusto naming tumutok talaga sa Cheetah series. Ayan, okay na tayo dun. Yes, Mikey, take it away.
Hindi porke may Tuesday Vargas, yun yung dahilan kung bakit mga Vargas yung mga tao. Nakakalogs kayo. Yan. So, I pretty much said it naman to VR kanina. No? Parang, for me, well, siguro I'll reiterate what you guys said as well. Na parang, what delighted me really about the series is parang it has a different take on the BL genre. Kasi, strictly speaking, parang hindi mo talaga siya matatawag na BL eh. Kasi it's more of I don't know, it's more of a story, a human story with a magical slant, if I may call it that, diba? And then the people who sort of like fall in love with each other, two of them happen to be males, diba? Etc. So yun, parang I like that it didn't sort of like follow the norm in that case, because it wanted to trailblaze and it wanted to set something different, diba? Parang go on a different path. And it was also reiterated by Derek kanina na parang we want to do something that hasn't been done, well, strictly speaking, hasn't been done yet in terms of at least the BL genre, diba? So that's why they're going to do the Merman, that's why they have other series that they're going to come up with. And then, yun nga eh, parang yun na yung niche market nila. So, kudos to that. And then secondly, I like na parang they took risks, or maybe not risks, but more on like commentaries. Like for example, the church, diba? Parang, parang questioning the boundaries of relationships and what people will do for love, and what magic, if magic exists, diba? Parang what can be used for. Is it a tool, or is it an end? Is it a means to an end, or is it an end in itself? Yung mga ganung bagay. Parang all those things were put into sort of like into question, di ba? So that's why nagkaroon tayo ng mga discussions sa parang, no, magic is not bad per se. It's really about what you use it for, di ba? So yung mga ganung bagay. Also, what delighted me really about this entire thing is, you guys said it na rin naman. Shout out, si Makoy ba yun? Charot.
Sorry, si Makoy yata. Naiulat yung host.
Hindi mention kita mamaya, Makoy. Wag kang So, the cast. I really, really like, specifically, kahit ulitin ko na naman yung sinabi na, pero hindi yes. Siguro they highlighted some of the scenes. I also want to highlight one scene wherein it was sort of like there was daylight falling, there was sunlight falling on your face, diba? And parang you came to pick up V because he was alone, and then parang you wanted to bring him back to the house, diba? And then parang the sincerity that he showed, and sort of like the honesty that he showed when he was apologizing to V, parang okay, yeah, I would believe that face. Alam mo yun, parang he seems like he really means it. Ganon, diba? So I think I also mentioned this in one of our previous chats. Na parang the way that VR goes through these emotions, diba? Like parang kind to concerned to worried to angry to mad to psychotic. Parang he's able to tap into all of that, diba? So, and yun nga eh, parang you guys mentioned it as well, na it's not just yung physicality of it but it's more on the facial expressions, the gestures, parang the turn of an eye, or a stare, or the twitch of an eyebrow, yung mga ganun bagay. And then, di ba, I mentioned it when they were talking, si Jay at saka si Jennifer, and then parang they were both in their heads, they were both in their bubbles, they weren't listening to each other. And then he sort of like just turns around and said, oh nga, ikaw ba ate? Di ba gusto mo kasi?
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
so it's those types of things, right? So really, really, really well done. I mean, admittedly, VR, I have to be honest as well, there were some moments wherein it was a little bit awkward, or it sounded a little bit awkward for me. And those lines would usually be in English. Diba? Yung mga English lines, parang, I think parang it didn't roll off the tongue as comfortably, maybe. Kasi sinabi mo rin naman, diba, na mas komportable ka sa Tagalog. So, ganon. Parang it was those moments. And I think it's for the entire cast. Oh, well, no. Maybe it's for Dong as well. And for V, when they speak English, parang they're not as comfortable, or it doesn't sound as natural.
Right.
Pero, parang minor thing lang naman. Pero yun eh, parang sometimes when you deliver something and it doesn't sound natural, mapapansin talaga ng audience.
Yeah.
And parang I'm just saying that I noticed it. Yun. So, Alora, very good as well, very natural. And I agree with you guys, Dong and V, there are some moments na parang I would expect that they would bring the emotion here, and then parang it didn't really get there. Parang it was more like there was an attempt, and of course we appreciate that because may effort eh. So maybe push na lang, just like you guys mentioned. And then yun din, I love Drunk Allen, and what I also liked about
Drunk
and
Allen.
Drunk Allen talaga, Drunk Allen classic talaga. And
Yes.
what I liked about that particular scene and I mentioned this to you guys as well, is parang there was that acknowledgement, diba? Kasi basically si Dong, he came out to his friend. And, parang maybe that was the first time that it was being mentioned, or that he was admitting to it. And of course, we saw the reaction of the best friend, diba? But eventually it turned around and he was very accepting. And he even provided advice, diba? Parang, hey, if you like him, go for it, etc. So parang I like that there was that representation of that straight friend accepting the individual for what they are and who they are and who they
Yes.
are. So I really, really, really appreciate that. Kasi I wouldn't expect it in this kind of series. Kasi I was thinking, parang deceit, tapos betrayal, tapos agony, tapos ecstasy. Tapos biglang love
Yes.
relationship advice.
Yeah.
For the rainbow community, ganun. Alam mo? So, the lighter yun. So, satisfiers would be parang everything else that happens. For me, more of a satisfier for me si Tuesday at saka si Diana Meneses. I
Mm.
think because, yun nga parang they were there, pero
Who's
parang they
that?
weren't there as prominent. Who's that? Is that correct?
Yeah, it's
Direk?
Direct Bon. He just wants to say hi.
Hi! Hi, Direk! Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Is PBS live right now?
Yes, yes, they're
Yes,
live.
we are.
I'll join the chat. Kakauwi ko lang eh.
Okay,
Cause-
daan daw po si Direct.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Direct.
Sige.
Pwede rin yung live kung gusto mo direct.
Ayan. Di ba? So, yun nga, parang they didn't figure prominently, really. And that's one of the bummers that I have. Parang, I want to know what happened to Mistress. And also, I still have that, sabi ko nga kay VR kanina, I still have that question about that, why is the color grading for, for Mother and Mistress different? What is that about? Parang hindi pa na sagot with finality, di ba? And I'm unsatisfied na hindi nasagot na tumalon si tumalon si V, tapos biglang
Yes.
nakabalik na lang siya, tapos nandun na siya sa phone niya. Parang, ano yun? Hindi nasagot.
Parang yun yung binabalak niya pero di niya tinuloy.
Pero,
It's
sa
in
VR,
his head.
may shot kasi na he went over the railing eh. And then may
Yeah.
shot,
Tumalon siya.
gumanon siya eh. So, ano mo
Oo.
yun?
That's
So,
in his
yeah.
head. He's seeing himself doing that.
But maybe if it was done differently, because we all assumed that he dropped, diba?
Yeah.
So yun. Ayun, so, well, sagutin direct.
Oh,
Direct,
Direct is
kasi kung
there.
masok sa live kung gusto.
Direct, join
Direct.
us. Send ko yung link kay Direct.
Sige,
Yes,
go.
go ahead.
Sabi naman,
Push.
yes, diba? Ayan. Tapos, what else? Sabi ko nga kay VR kanina, parang, I still have to process everything because I have to go back to my previous questions kasi nakalimutan ko na talaga because na-overwhelm ako dito sa episode na to. Yon. Pero siguro, since VR kept, messing with my head, I also want to know now, is there really magic? Is there...
Natawa nga ako. I don't know if Christine is there. Natawa ko, I don't know if Christine is there, pero last night, parang nag-join niya ako sa RV niya, gines niya ako. So parang, meron kami dapat 30-minute na para pag-uusapan lang namin, para namin gagawin yung intro and outro. Tapos nauwi siya 3-hour call. Sabi ko sa kanya, kasi parang sabi ko sa kanya, you wanna have a piece of J? Tapos binigyan ko siya ng mga theories na sa baliw-baliw siya, di na kami nakatulog.
Ay, share mo ka sa amin yung mga ibang yan minsan.
Diba? You did that to me once. Parang, you were messing with my head, which is now, apparently true eh. Kasi you were saying, what if Jay is not really the villain? Parang yun yung sinabi sa akin ni VR before eh. And he even sent me like a photo na parang binugbog siya or something. And I was like, and of course, I hadn't seen anything yet. And I was like, bakit duguan siya? Ganun ba? Diba? And now, it turns out that V is the evil one. He's the...
I knew it.
clothing, kumbaga talaga eh. And, di ba, parang, I wanna... Makoy, if you're gonna watch this, if you're watching this, protect the... No. Protect V.
No.
Protect everyone from V.
Protect everyone from V Squad.
Yes.
Diba? Yun. So, and also, I need to put it out there as well. Parang, in terms of cliffhangers, and I mentioned this to VR din kanina, parang, there was that twist with V's character, pero like I said kanina, parang, I was expecting it to be explosive, like, parang, wah! Yung ganung bagay, diba? Pero parang, on a scale siguro of maybe 1 to 5, siguro, it got to 4 for me, but I was expecting it to be a 5. So, yun.
Direct is, nandiyan na daw po.
Actually, andiyan na talaga yun. Yes. Let's welcome Direct Von! Hi, Direct!
Hi, Direct!
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Thank you, Direct, for
Hi,
joining
Direct.
us.
Yes, thank you, Derek. Oh, Derek, you're
I
on
direct on
mute.
mute.
Yun, I was
Mm.
treating
Direct.
si VR. So I didn't know he was up here naka-live. Sorry.
It's okay. So, Derek, the show is, well, first season is done. How do we feel? What are we thinking?
Kumusta, sir? Yes.
Actually, well, I just congratulated everyone. I haven't really like read most of the comments. I haven't seen the comments on YouTube. Because after we've uploaded a while back, Direct Craig and our executive producer called for a meeting immediately, and uh, we went through talks already for season 2. So yeah, yes.
Ooh.
So well, ayun nga. So we know it was successful naman for our first attempt. We know that, and there
Mhm.
were a lot of lessons learned, and
Yeah.
so we're very much willing to move to the next level. And but we're happier this time, and we're more prepared. As I could say, kasi yung budget parang napag-usapan kanina because we were really like on a very low budget for season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of things that we wanted to do that we couldn't, even with the greatest skill of
Oh.
everybody, the crew.
Mhm.
We had multi-awarded cinematographer, we had a multi-awarded
Right.
director, we have a very great cast, but with budget constraints as well, you could only do so much. But we are very proud to say, as I've said rin kanina umaga, we're very proud to say that with a very limited budget, we pushed it to the farthest level that we could. Ayon. And well, yeah, we didn't really want to reveal everything so much to make sure that everyone would also like watch out for season 2.
Yes.
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 Aabangan namin yan, Derek. Derek, maraming salamat for giving us this show, ha. Super, it's, sabi nga namin kanina, it's bold, it's brave, it's something that we need to see on screen. So maraming salamat, really. Yun.
Thank you rin sa inyo, because without talaga, I always say this again and again, without you guys, without the reactors, we don't get free publicity. So what's the use of doing these shows if it's not going to be shared? So
Right.
we give back the love. Maraming salamat sa, I always watch you whether on time or hindi. I always try my best.
Thank you,
Thank
Derek.
Sorry
you.
sa mga nasabi namin.
Pero Derek, it's a revelation hearing from you, no, that hindi ganun kalaki yung budget nyo, but despite that,
Mhm.
it's really refreshing for us to know that you were able to really come up with really a good production, no? So kudos to that, palakpakan natin yan.
Yeah.
So, Derek, you're gonna be sure na, di ba? Parang you're gonna be shooting in March, and then you're gonna be releasing the first
Yes.
episode in May.
Well, yes, dapat kasi we made an announcement based on the first meeting that we had with our executive producer, and then we really asked for a raise in budget. Kasi I'll give an example. For example, sa season 1, we wanted to do it using talaga a cliff for the special play. So you could ask now kasi natapos na season 1, so we could probably like answer some of your questions. VR knows this, that we were supposed to shoot in a cliff for the special plays. Pero
Jennifer's supposed to fall in a cliff.
yes.
Oh my God.
But then again, yung cliff na nahanap namin, because location shoot is very difficult, so our location manager was able to find a location shoot which was about 30 minutes away from where everyone was in a locked-in. So that would cost us almost in a day for our service alone, and the food in the hotel, and everything. It would cost us an additional of about mga 10 to 15,000, which hindi naman kami na-approve, so we can't do it. We also asked for like yung special effects namin for magic.
Yeah.
And we can't do it, so we can't afford the special effects guy kasi hindi rin approve, let's say, yung budget. So ginawa namin was something that could ang ginawa namin is very psychological. we were I
Mhm.
hate to use the term that we were fooling the audience, but we were actually psyching up the audience to believe that there was magic, when in fact the only
Mm.
thing that we did was throw the bottle. But from
Yeah.
then
I
on,
told you guys. I told you guys.
Oh my
yeah,
god! Okay.
but from then on, everyone was just thinking that there was really magic, when in fact it was purely incantation and like an
Right.
overlapping of the special
Yeah.
effects in editing. So it was, I really wanted to answer this ever since when pag lahat ng mga we could have done this, we could have done this. We really wished we could, but
Mm.
I'm just really proud to say that we really pushed ourselves to our limit based on the
Yeah.
budget that we have. And medyo naman, I think medyo naman nakaka-proud rin naman for us Filipinos to have done something with a very limited budget. So
Yes.
season 2 will do
Yeah.
better.
Yes.
Yes.
And Derek, on the incantations, the spells, the magical stuff, and the witchcraft, parang, I think, if I remember, because my partner does that too. So they appreciated the simplicity of it. It was no flares, no exploding fireworks, no
Yeah.
circulating
Yeah.
stars. It was as
Yes.
if
Yeah.
it's what is done in the real life. Ganun din yung feeling nila nun.
I
It
would be
was so
very
real.
honest with you. I'm so scared every time you guys would talk about yung magic stuff, and then see your partner would also talk about it. Because to be honest, when we wrote it, we didn't really have wala kami basis. We didn't make any research or anything.
Wow.
So we love it when we come
Wow.
up with theories that we're basing it on this and this. We basically knew the direction we wanted to go, but we were just really writing. So parang si Craig nag-usap kami ni Direct Craig, and I was just saying, this is how I wanted so may Filipino touch. Kaya sabi, okay, and let's put the Western touch. Okay, so so she's a witch, period. We did not really make a research on this is what they were supposed to do, and
Right.
so maraming help din nangyari because our production designer si Chris was also the production designer of the biggest BL series as well. She knew a lot about yung so she knew the spell book, she knew what to do, which helped us a lot. Pero ayon to answer a lot of theories, we just really wrote something, knew the direction where we wanted to go, and then luckily it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
Direk, sabi po nila kanina baka daw po pwede ipa-auction yung libro.
Yes.
Gusto daw po nila. Pero sabi ko sa kanila direct, try po nila i-afford yung sasakyan. Times 50 na po yung value, tama? Kasi doon lahat ng ikot yung kwento.
Hindi ba? Para sa mga gusto mag-reenact ng mga car scenes, why not?
Oo.
Car seat talaga.
Oo. Kasi
Ay,
halos
mas
wala akong blocking dun eh.
Flexible, kahit sang part pwede.
Diretso na lang na blocking doon sa car scene niya yung sa ilalim na lang. Kasi kompleto na may nangyari sa bubong, sa may ilalim, sa may hood.
Wait, may tanong talaga ako para kay Direk.
Ano yan?
Direk, sino ang tatay ni V? Pwede bang Pwede
Yes,
bang
Direk.
alam mo, nung sinulat kasi yan, wala. Okay, now I'm answering
Wala talaga?
Kaya when you were asking a lot of questions, I think I remembered answering. We'll come up with with season 2 and I forgot the
a
terminology.
backstory?
Yes, a sort of kasi and we're gonna base it from the comments. Kaninang morning, with Chucky and friends, they were coming up with theories na Jennifer is the only one who could see Mother.
Right. My God.
Right.
If you notice,
Yes.
nakamute kami ni Craig. And we were discussing, so sabi namin ni Craig, sige sa season 2 gawin na lang natin na gano'n na si Jennifer ay nakakakita. Kasi we never really wrote it na sila nakakakita. We wrote it believing that viewers would notice that she never really just paid attention to the boys. And that she was
Right.
only caring for Jennifer. Parang
Right.
yun ang intention. Yes, but ang ganda ng mga theories na lumalabas na it seemed like she was a
Yeah.
ghost. So sabi namin, why not?
Oh my
Why not?
gosh.
That's
Pero
the
Direk,
best thing about really watching and reading. I remember I always tell Mikey, your braids. Kasi ang gaganda ng mga lumalabas na theories, but we, as you said, Lance, we just wrote it in the simplest manner, and then we just put some elements to make it, entertaining. And then here came all the theories, and
Yeah.
it worked. Ayun nga, I'll use the phrase, it worked.
It worked.
Pero
Yeah.
direct talaga, gusto ko talaga i-refute na hindi ako mapalagay na hindi totoo si Mother kasi, 'di ba? Parang when she came down first episode, sinabi ko kay BR kanina.
Yes.
When she came down first episode, nakita siya ni V. Okay?
Yes,
So,
totoo.
'di ba?
When we wrote her, she's alive. Ang ano lang talaga, the story is, she wasn't harsh to the boys, but she had this special attachment only to Jennifer. And Jennifer was a witch in training.
You have your favorites, ma.
Oh my gosh. Your sisters at the wedding.
May question na na-raise sa live ko kanina, hindi ko nasagot. Sino daw po yung kahit sa isang litrato na hinawakan ni Mother during the spell?
Yes.
Doon. Alam ko si VR, lahat yung nasa picture.
Lahat yun na ba yun?
Yun nga, ito nga.
Oh my gosh, talaga?
Sinabi mo na.
Okay, Fury 1 down.
Okay.
Kaya tuwing ini-interview si VR, you would notice, I will always go to where he's being interviewed kasi madaldal si VR. We were always very scared that he would reveal so much. Even with his poems, sasabihan namin siya, masyado naman obvious yung poem mo.
Hindi. Computing pa rin.
Sabi nga sa saan kanina, VR, can you give us a hint what will happen in season 2? Sabi ko, don't worry guys, kapag binigay sa akin ni Direk yung script, naka-post na po agad yun.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
God. So,
Ay,
siguro
at least
yung
one theory.
other questions ko, siguro sa season 2 rin naman masasagot eh. Kaya ayoko rin. Actually, I'm kind of like half and half because if I ask a question and it's answered now, parang it loses its mystery. Alam mo yun? So, parang,
Yes.
and in a way, I want to discover it when it comes out. So, when VR asked us earlier, do you have any questions? Parang
So
gusto ko
that's
antayin na lang.
that's
Para may
me.
element of surprise, di ba?
Yep.
Oh, what?
Ang sasama.
Oh my gosh.
Nangyari VR?
Ano?
So season 2 mag-bend na ang witchcraft na to. Kasi ang lakas ang lakas na sa iyo, ang kahinaan ay akin. Ganun eh. And those are the pictures of VR. Ganun eh. Pupunta kay Jay.
Tapos sabi nga nila Direk kanina sa live na they're gonna be expanding. So we're gonna have more magical creatures or beings.
Yes.
To be included.
There would be a lot of focus in the supernatural this time, and siguro would be, I've always been thinking of asking help sa inyo ni Lance kasi mas marami kayong connections about it, just to be precise with how we'll do the supernatural for season 2 kasi we'd like to focus this time with real magic, and then we're introducing several new characters that would help enhance yung magki-criss-cross din kami because we're also doing another series and with both series to help each other. So we're gonna try
That would be great.
Thailand.
Crossovers.
Yes.
Nice. Gusto ko yun.
Tapos ang first crossover yun siya na pupunta dun sa aswang city nila. Mga ganun.
Oh my God.
Well, this is nice, Direk. Kasi I think this has been done by Thai BLs before eh. Nabilang
Yes.
Yeah.
It also has been done by the Western.
I saw yung sa Why Are You?
Why are you? Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Na, sa episode 2 ata, guest stars yung ibang stars
Oh.
ng BL.
Tarn type. Yes.
And not by chance, crossover to Tantide, yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Very true.
Uy, na-excite
And
ako.
I think it's happening
Buhay pa
right
po ba
now.
ako sa season 2?
Ha?
That's a good question.
Nasa season 2 pa po ba
Yeah,
ako?
who died? Who really died?
Who died?
That's the question, no? That's really the question. And another question is, meron nga ba talagang namatay?
Yeah.
Yes.
For this,
Mhm.
That's another question.
No.
Hindi, wala.
Direk, akala ko sabihin mo ang question is, meron bang season 2?
Kinabahan
Ang hirap
ka.
ng itago. Ang hirap rin itago because parang everyone from the cast also has announced that they're present sa season 2. So how could we ever hide pa na meron talagang namatay, di ba? It's just
Direk, wala ako ina-announce.
sa season 2.
In fair, wala siyang in-announce. Yeah.
Wala akong in-announce.
sinabi.
Naloko ko nga sila, sabi ko nga nag-start na kayo mag-shoot, bakit nandito pa ako eh? Ibig sabihin di ako kasama.
Yes.
But ang isa announcement po, we're releasing siguro by the end of January, the movie will be released kasi originally we shot this na movie, hindi series.
Oh,
And then serialized it. We serialized it for it to
nice.
become a series.
Nice.
So
Okay.
but so for those who would want to watch it and binge watch the story itself, it becomes now a movie. Hopefully we release it by the end of the month.
Cool.
Nice. And out of curiosity, is there going to be extra scenes or is there going to be
Yeah, there would be
deleted
commentary.
scenes?
As Direct Craig mentioned kanina, it's basically everything that you've watched from episode 1 to episode 6, but it's gonna be more polished. Tapos, yung commentaries from the director, from the cast, BTS, and
Yeah.
so on. And then I think Craig is entering it into several film festivals abroad.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
We're excited.
Ayun naman kasi yung talent ni
Wonderful.
VR.
Yes, you're
Yes.
here.
Gawat Korean para kay VR at sa kanyang psychotic abilities.
Right.
Yes. That would be so
Direct.
exciting.
Siguro mapapaunlakan mo ba kami sa kung magpapa-event kami dito sa BBS before you go premiere your season 2 first episode?
Anytime, sige. Ano po ba
Yes.
hindi namin may help?
Magpapa-costume party kami virtually. Joke lang.
Oh my
Para
God.
ma-promote natin na maigi ang the series na yan.
Ay, direct
Excited
marami
ako.
kang costume direct, di ba?
Paano ba maging
Yes.
Halloween in summer, yun ang yun.
Yes! There you go.
Diba?
Mga
Ayun,
ganon.
we're game. We'll
Perfect.
support you. We've always
Perfect.
been there. Ano naman.
Yeah.
Yeah, makikita ko yung costume ni Direk.
Bongga ko siya mag-costume VR.
Oh, kung pinag-aandaan talaga ni Direk lagi.
Ha?
Costume party.
Ayun.
Uy,
Pag
very nice.
tapos yun, medyo pinopromote na rin namin because we really want to be the unique type of production house. So we want to line our series with something really different. So we're also doing a fantasy series, which is like a merman. So
Yes.
Ooh, yay!
Yes.
Oh,
Yay.
Yay.
So that's the merman we've been seeing.
yes,
Now we
yes.
know.
Nice.
We didn't really want it to overpower kasi cheap the series, but we also wanted to start teasing and to really like parang emphasize with the
Right.
we've started being different, but with the
Mhm.
BL
Yes.
aspect. And we
Yes.
just and it
Right.
worked for us. Kumbaga that's one thing that worked for us, and we'd like to continue
Yeah.
the thing that
Yeah.
worked for us.
Correct. So parang yun yung magiging niche nyo, di ba? Kasi
Yes.
parang all other regular stories have been told. So at least this is something different. Something
Yeah.
to offer, di ba?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I'll be so happy, Direk, if you suddenly decide to pick onto Chambolero's comic strips. Ang title ng comic strip
Tama
mo
na
is
yan.
like, Ang Jowa Kong Crosswise.
That's
Because
right.
it falls into your wheelhouse. I mean,
Lance, that's really very interesting kasi kanina sa meeting namin, they were discussing as well. Kasi syempre we're focused on doing several series na, and then let's say there are requests like that. We're very happy. Our production house is very open to helping and accepting yung mga start-up na production houses who want to present their
Nice.
stories and series as well, and in any way that we could help them kasi we live to our we launch dreams. We really like helping startups ng kasi doon rin naman kami galing, and then people believed in us. Speaking of that, I'd like to talk about yung isisingit ko lang yung song ni V,
yes.
Daryl. Yes, I'd like to thank Daryl for being so nice kasi the song was actually written by a car wash boy.
Whoa.
Wow.
There's a story behind it. And actually,
Nice.
we will be releasing his own version soon Pinuna lang namin talaga si Viv kasi, people will not be able to relate if we introduce a singer or an artist.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful because Daryl, when I spoke with Daryl, that's outside na his talent fee or his obligation.
Whoa.
I said, Daryl, may lumapit sa atin, and then he's a car wash boy. And when we heard him sing, nagulat kami. Because we wanted to look beyond poverty, we wanted to look beyond
Right.
talent, and we said, "What's your dream?" And his dream was just to have his song broadcasted.
Nice.
Oh.
That's the song hindi na ni Daryl. And it was
Nice.
a very good song that really was relatable para sa series. So, yun, may mga stories yun na ano talaga, nakakabagbag damdamin rin. And yun, so the kid now, we gave him, kasi we're not a talent agency, so we don't hold talents. We're a production house. So we let someone from Cavite, Alamat TV, who's into music. Handle it.
Yeah.
So Alamat TV now is handling the kid. So
Good
talent.
for him.
Nice.
And the first single that he has, we produce it. So may version TV, may version yung singer. We called him Refrain, and his version that we aired sa Spotify and other music stores.
Cool. Nice.
Interesting. So, Direk, since you mentioned singing, and well, VR sings and the entire cast sings, I don't know if you're familiar with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They did an episode, which is a musical episode. I don't know if that's something that you can consider. But it would
Pwede
be
mo lang gawin. Kind of like na with yun. Kasi let's say the merman from their movie crosses over, puts a spell on them where they start singing because they're known to be singers, di ba?
Ano ba tayo ng merman?
When you said
Part of the
merman,
world.
talaga, Little Mermaid, part of your world.
Oo.
Ano
Yeah.
ba yun? Pero wala tayong rights doon. Nako.
Oo.
Pero yun lang.
Pwede naman actually.
idea.
The bottom line lagi naman kasi sa, when we create it, the bottom line is always, budget. So, lalo na pag musical, di ba, you need an orchestra and mas mahal.
Yes, yeah.
Right. That's right.
You need the coach, you need the, everything. Mas ano siya compared with yung spoken lines lang.
True.
That's right.
Although, doesn't Iyo play the piano? Talaga nag-isip eh.
Pinilit talaga.
Iyo talaga,
Pinilit talaga.
singit ko ulit ng kwento about Iyo. So, Iyo talaga, that was just the role that we agreed for season 1. Kaya, talagang kasi, before Iyo even said yes, we already told him, Iyo, ito yung magiging role mo because we are reserving you for season 2. So, for season 1, we will just introduce you. Tapos season 2 talaga yung main. So, he has a very big role in season 2 kasi. Yun.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Kaya I think you would also hear Iyo most of the time during interviews. You would say, you'll see more of me in season 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Pero for what he has shown, I love Drunken Iyo or Drunken Alan.
He's the cutest drunken boy.
I know, he's very Socratic while drunk and nakakatawa.
And very sensible, which I'm not when I'm drunk. Love that for him. May question talaga si Love Ship.
Oh, hi Hannah, ang dami niyang tanong.
Ang dami yung tanong actually.
Here's the first question.
What happened to the spell mommy made noong umpisa?
Yes, this is also my question regarding the mistress. Because, di ba, parang he cursed the mistress and the hubby. Pero parang, we don't know what happened there. So I don't know if that's going to be answered in the next season or if it's just going to be like a hanging question.
Well, okay. Truth be told, we needed stars to help our new stars as well. So we invited. Actually, originally the role of Diana Menezes never existed because we were supposed to talk to someone over the phone, and then it so happened that when we sent out our invitations to several actors and actresses, Diana was one of the first ones to also accommodate our request. And then sabi ni Craig, I think she'd make perfect for a role that's more visible sa season 2. Kaya one day lang talaga yung shoot niya.
I
So
see.
what happened with the curse that mom put on her husband and the mistress will be revealed in season 2. Ayan,
Oh my God. Yeah, thank you.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close
Also,
that.
kanina pagpasok ko, I think I heard, para mapanatag yung loob ng Mikey about the color grading.
Yes.
The blue color grading was actually the first episode was color graded by Direct Larry Manda, the cinematographer for 100 and Babae sa Septic Tank. The award. Siya rin ang director ng lahat ng Tide, McDonald's and stuff. So, meron kasi siyang, to answer it, meron siyang reason for grading it ng ganun pagka-blue because it's supposed to be something mysterious. Ayun ang, so, mahirap kasi minsan yung iba-iba yung perception ng artist and putting it into one, and then sometimes it just confuses the viewers. But there, to answer it, ang main purpose nun was just to make it really very mysterious for the mom and the mistress. Also, another reason for that, it was shot at 11 a.m., which was too bright. Yes. We needed to also establish that it was late afternoon. Kasi di ba patulog na yung mga bata. So aside from making it very mysterious, we were kind of rushing for the grading na lang because it was supposed to be aired already by that day. So green 8 na lang yung buon. Ayun, para lang mapakampante na yung
Okay.
always about the color grading. I couldn't really answer before kasi nga sabi ko, ang bilin sabi ni Craig not to answer until all the episodes are shown. To keep everything mysterious.
Yeah.
Oy, pero in fairness, parang hindi obvious na parang halos tanghaling tapat siya.
Ako nahalata ko yun. Sorry.
Going for anyway.
On Vika as well, our entire audio people are the same audio people of The Boy Foretold by the Stars.
Oh! Hi, guys.
It's Kuya Diamond Payumo's team, so they're really very good. So we were really like sharing, and then we were, I'm proud to say that we were really using the best in the industry. Kahit na low budget, pumayag lahat yung mga
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Tsaka direct, siguro, like, ito overall, like a regular viewer siguro ng serye, no? Kasi we've seen other fantasy in the past na I've never been a fan of the Pinoy fantasy at all. And I'll be very honest. But this is something different that I appreciate. Pinanood talaga namin through and through since episode 1 hanggang episode 6. Kasi, I mean, tama yung sabi mo dira kanina, parang it's a mix of the European and the Filipino folklore.
Yes, we saw that.
Diba? And we need to elevate that kind of material. And I think Cheat Disease was able to do that. So kaya na-appreciate talaga namin. Super.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think we share the same sentiments kasi meron talagang, I'm not to bash or to like criticize any other series, not only for TL or outside. Parang it's all the same yung fantasy serye na napapanood natin. So that was the first thing that we've discussed. Sabi nga namin, and you're already using an international director. Sayang naman kung gagawa ka lang ng kumbaga. So
right.
Ang requirement rin ni Craig, I'm gonna do this, sabi niya ganun. But it has to be totally different because it's his name at stake as a director. So, ayun. So, yun nga. We just really knew the direction, and we didn't want that direction. Sasabihin naman, it's boring. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
It was a big leap. It was a leap of faith. It was a big risk as well.
Nice.
Kasi, ang dami namin natutunan. If I may share, I'm sorry I'm eating all your
Go
time.
ahead.
Yeah, we're enjoying
There are
it.
a lot of things that we learned. For example, kasi sabi nila, napaka-daring. But it had a backlash on us kasi hindi kami na-monetize. Several of our episodes were not monetizing. We had to make an appeal for
No.
it's a good thing we had our producer and we had sponsors. Pero kumbaga, if we were to rely on YouTube profit, it would have been very low. Kasi
Okay.
episode 1 and 2 were restricted, were limited. So which means we were only having we were monetizing only from premium viewers. So
I see.
we made an appeal. Okay yung episode 1, episode 2 remained limited. Episode 3 was restricted. You know naman why.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
Pero we love I love Jem Lopez, our executive producer. We love her kasi she wasn't really looking at the funds. Sabi niya magandang investment yan kahit hindi kumita yung first kasi napatunayan. Sabi nga niya ganun. But kung tutuusin talaga, the comments that were brave, ang ganda kasi ang daming yung profanity, yung sex, yung talagang inabas. Pero yun yung backlash, wala kayong kita. And those are lessons learned. That's why we mentioned in the morning, sabi namin for season 2, we're gonna mellow down. We'll have a lot of all the magical stuff and the supernatural, but we're
Right.
also going to focus more on love because those are lessons learned in production because it's our first time. We're very traditional. We're old people. We're used to doing videos outside the digital world. So it's our first time. So ayun, lesson learned. And thank goodness to our millennials in a VR. They're our consultant for publicity.
Yeah.
They always give us insights, sina Iyo, sina Daryl. Kaya magte-text and direct, ito gawin mo, ito i-post. Direct, pakiting na tong ganito, ganyan. So they were really teaching us. Kami tinutukan. So it was fun, but yun nga. So it's not about being too daring. It was also a combination of us being naive and a little bit stupid of doing something we thought would also make money and make everybody entertained.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pero Direk, have you considered maybe, kasi I know that some series, they go on paid platforms like Gaga Ulala, those types of things. Have you thought of that as well?
No, our YouTube account, we're thinking for example, for the movie, we can do that in premium. Pero kasi, for the series, we really just want to continuously create something that's free for all to watch. Kasi, it has also it has a money effect on a different aspect like sponsors and so nababawi naman siya.
Okay.
And then kumbaga the satisfaction of more viewers seeing your work is sa amin it's more satisfying than seeing more money and less viewers. Kumbaga kanya purpose kasi sa paggawa. Kami were very happy that that it's something different and it's like the talk of the town and something. But also a lot of learnings that yung isa pang backlash sa amin is we took a 2 weeks leave.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
A world of BL brought out that talagang we used to be always on top. We were number 1 but we were never the last, kumbaga. So we were among the best, kumbaga, na Filipino BL. And then nung nag 2 weeks leave, we learned na hindi dapat gano'n, diba? But we don't regret it because I love how Craig also said na what's more important is the happiness of our crew than us making money. But at the same time, we also learned we're not putting it aside. We also learned that next time we need to know what to do so as not to take a long leave for example. So it's also like a good education for us. So I don't want to just be proud of, hey, we made this. There's a lot of things that we learned along the way.
Yay! Kudos.
Yes.
Baka direct for in terms of monetization siguro no. Kunwari, 'di ba, magme-mellow down kayo, pero magre-reserve kayo ng mga eksena na may profanity na. Tapos naka-lock lang siya, extra bayad sila. Hindi, joke lang talaga yun, direct. Joke lang talaga yun. Joke lang
Yeah.
talaga yun.
Kasi actually nakatulong sa amin is the buy me coffee thing. I don't
Yeah, I saw that.
It's very helpful. Actually, hindi lahat nag-share ng buy me coffee, but we received a lot of it made us feel special because they really liked it. People were like sending $100, $50.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes, because they love the series. So
Right.
we didn't use it personally, so we're keeping it tinatabi namin because we want to use it for more funding for the series. We really want to kumbaga we want to make sure that Cheat Season 2 and the Merman, we don't have a title yet for our Merman, so you might have suggestions. So ayun.
Yeah,
You
willing
guys
kami direct
mentioned
maging FDG for that if you need brainstormers. Dala kami ni Ma'am Meow. That's our wheelhouse when it comes to fantasy.
Kayo,
We're willing.
kayo bro ha, kasi parang sabi ko, grabe mga utak nito, ang hirap
Kami lang to direct. Huwag ka
Oo.
I so love how you guys really just, I really enjoy it. Kaya humahabol talaga ako pag sabi ko, kaya kanina live, sabi ko, yeah, I really like appreciate your discussions.
Thank you, direct.
Thank you, Derek.
Salamat.
Direct for season 2, I've got a few questions lang when it comes to something with the post-prod, especially with musical scoring and yung end credits. Kasi I think yun yung first comment ko nung first episode niyo eh. Like sabi ko, no offense to ever create the end credits, pero the old typography text font na parang typewriter is kind of big and scattered for me. So I hope there was a cleaner version for that. Yeah, it's really old.
Craig. Actually, I told that to Craig, and then he said, "But I'm really old." Yes. I don't know. There is parang sa there is something that he does that's also kind of magical. We know it's a lot of things that he's also open to learning from millennials. He would usually like go one-on-one sila ni na VR ni na ano. But there are things kasi that he believes that still works and that it has the magic effect on his work. So we respect it then. But I actually told him that even in sa I think during your first na mention niyo sa text message sa but he would always say, but I think it would work. He's never offended. That's one thing about you don't take things negatively. He's never offended, but he knows how to defend his work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sabi niya, yeah, but that's the reason why we want the engagement, because people will talk about it, and whether it's bad or good, it's publicity. So you can't please everyone. Ganun lang yung mga sagot niya. So ako naman, okay, shut up na ako.
Wait no long.
Yeah, and for musical scoring, like I think Love Ship or Hannah was saying I feel like I think we heard before na you bought the music beforehand and you had to use the music that was used in the series. And I feel like if you had a musical scorer who would really play with the scenes together to build the emotions, parang mas maganda, it would enhance. Hopefully you have that for that. Hopefully, I do pray and manifest you would have that for that.
Kasi again, that was actually from our own library already. We paid for that talaga. So it belongs to UTV everywhere, not even to our executive producer. But the budget wouldn't really allow us to even tingnan niya pati nga yung music video, we use clips. We're making do with what we have, kumbaga.
Yeah. I understand naman. So when you heard out na parang low budget, okay, we can make the music work in our heads so far.
It was low budget, but the first thing that Craig really made sure was that the cast and the crew didn't have a hard time shooting. So the budget was stretched for 30. Alam nyo ba yung 30 days namin? It was very relaxed. You could ask VR because we were only like shooting 4 sequences maximum per day. So hindi yan yung
wow.
usual 10,
Maximum
11.
7 hours.
Yes,
Wow.
7 hours work, and then parang 1-2 takes lang. 1-2
Yeah.
takes lang sila. So,
Nice.
yun
Sobrang
yung
chill lang.
That's cool.
Direct sa...
Wait,
may tanong ako.
pumasok si Makoy, sorry.
Oh!
Ooh.
Say hi.
You wanna say hi? Hi! Oh my
Oh my
Welcome
God.
Poppy! Makoy! Koy!
Hi, Makoy.
Boy.
Oh my God, so cute.
Oh!
Ang cute.
Artista!
I know. You're part of the Doggy BL collection ng mga artista ngayon.
Baka
Direct may-
sa si Moshi.
Oh.
Huh?
Direct, may question ako. Sinong pinakakwela at pinakamakulit sa set?
I think pantay. Kasi pinaka-posh si Iyo, given. Iyo comes prepared, you know. He so he brings his he has his malaki sasakyan ni Iyo, he has his Fortuner, puno lahat yun ng damit sa likod.
Nice.
Actually, hindi lang damit. Kahit nung nag-shoot kami, parang kulang na lang may sarili siyang folding bed, may sarili siyang hanger, yung stand, yung standee ng mga lalagyan.
Talaga?
Ilaw, may Christmas lights.
Ni Iyo, and then he knows he has his own taste. So we provided the example. We provided clothes that they could choose from to wear, but he wouldn't like just say he won't use it, but he would parang he would suggest like mas parang mas maganda pag ganun. So pinaka posh siya lagi, and he fights for everybody, like yung kailangan healthy food nila, and so that's one thing that I admire
Okay.
from Iyo. Miko, actually si Miko I would say pinaka charming sa set.
Okay.
He's very kuya to everyone, and then hindi siya people pleaser, but he has time to like for everything. He has time to have fun. He has time to
Okay.
join people, and V at saka si V tuloy, si Daryl and Jay, pinakamakukulit silang dalawa. Alora is very sweet, laging prepared yan si Alora, when it's kasi si Alora yung halos walang pahinga kasi everyday meron talaga siyang scene.
Grabe.
There was only one time na may weekend talaga siyang free na tapat pa ata, I think, birthday ng mom niya. So she was very happy about that. Pero the most number of lines kasi kay Alora, talo pa yung lines ni
Yes.
pinakamaingay si Daryl kasi pinakamakwento. Maingay din naman si VR, pero may moods kasi si VR.
Ay?
Ayay.
Talaga sabi ko na nga.
No, direct, kinuwento ko sa kanya yung after nung slap scene sa akin. Yung after nun, walang gustong kumausap sa akin kasi natatakot sila na baka galit na galit ako dahil 20 times inulit yung sampal.
Uy, totoo ba?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, sabi lang live pala yun. Sabi lang live ko pala na kwento, yeah. Yung slap scene sa akin ni Jennifer, parang ni-request ko pa na gawin yan totoo para ma-feel ko. Tapos parang dahil sa iba-ibang angle, tapos may mga kinukuhang angle si Direk Larry, halos 20 times namin siya inulit ng totoong sampal. Tapos medyo may mga something pa nagkamali. Tapos biglang parang lahat sila, akala nila galit na ako and parang magbo-burst ako doon. So parang hindi nila ako kinausap that night. Tapos nung morning, sabi ko, no. Sabi ko, tahimik lang po ako kasi masakit na. Pero hindi po ako galit. Sabi ko.
I would say, sila kasi the others are parang ganito sila. So acting, pag sinabi na ng director cut, they're back to being themselves. VR is a character actor. So he comes to the set in character na, he leaves the set in character. Nasa natatakot kami sa kanya. Pag meron siyang character. So he has to go
pero
back
wala
to
ako inatitudean kahit isa doon, di ba? Wala naman ako na-offend kahit isa.
Oh, no.
Natatakot lang sila.
Nothing bad.
Direct may
Natatakot
plot twist talaga
kasi
ako.
dala-dala niya yung character niya. Para,
Yes.
so, which I think helped him naman kasi maganda naman yung kinalabasan ng roles niya.
Right.
Direct, ito yung
Yes.
plot twist. Kung sino siya sa character niya, siya talaga yun. Ito ngayon, acting yan.
Oh, what? Oh my goodness! Kakaloka
Natural eh.
yun na.
Ang natural siya.
Mag-uusap tayo mamaya.
Okay, end live. Uy,
Cool.
grabe.
Sa mga supporters ko, paki-report nga po tong BBS.
We are.
brilliant.
Parang nga sila nga lang nagsusupport na nga sa career mo eh.
Akala mo talaga may supporters, no?
Uy, feeling ko
Talaga
talaga,
pa naman.
yeah. Uy, feeling ko talaga okay to kausap at kakainuman to si VR talaga. As in. Feeling ko makwela yan.
Nakita na ako ni Direct, gugustuhin mo ba ako kainuman without saying anything? Direct Bon.
Oh my God! Hindi daw!
Lahat sila, lahat ng nakakilala sa akin.
You know, we had an after party. Meron kami after party, kailangan pa namin pilitin yan bumaba to join. He doesn't drink.
Okay.
Hindi kami inom. Tapos ang ganito, so lahat pangenge na sila doon. Kwentuhan. Nandun na siya sa table, nakikipagkwentuhan. Lahat na section. Ganun lang.
Aba, VR. Parang ba yung nakita ko sa isang video mo? Yung totoo.
Dito na ngayon.
Sorry, booking anti-VR.
Ako medyo, wag niyo bibigay sa akin yung tag, yung bote. Wag niyo ibibigay sa akin kasi
Kasi,
wag ako maging tanggero. Kasi magiging mabilis, hindi ako for 1/4 or half. Talagang kung ano bigay niyo sa akin, baso full yun.
Hala siya.
Wala.
so watch out
Tapos
for
nahiya
VR.
ako nung last day namin, kahit yung executive producer na alok ko.
Hala!
Uminom ka ba noon, VR? Parang hindi ka uminom talaga noon, di ba?
Nung last night po natin.
Mm-mm.
Nung last night po, hindi na ako nakainom kasi nagloloko po siya ko na.
Yun.
Pinatapos po ako sa taas na vlog.
Di siya pero siya lang rin ang cast na hindi mabuhay sa food na walang maanghang. So, may requirement
Yes.
kailangan siyang maanghang.
Thank you, Direk, pala sa mga pinadala niyo sa akin. Ay, guys, sa mga nagko-comment dyan kanina pa ng may pa-abs, actually po, nag-gain ako ng 5 kilos dahil po dun sa cheat. Kasi po, grabe magpakain si Direk. So, siya po okay naman po okay naman ako before cheat the series. Kaya lang si Direk, yan po ang may kasalanan kung bakit naging ganun po ang katawan ko. Like, dadala niya ako, sabi ko, Direk, paborito ko yung buko pie. Araw-araw may buko pie.
Alam ko, binigyan siya ni Direct Craig ng fat memo.
Wala naman.
Talaga? Oh my God!
Oh.
Lumampas ka ba sa
Kasi
requirement?
Direk, ang ganda ng katawan ko nung hipa ako sa cheat.
Buti pa na mag-workout, equipment sa set, gano'n. Umuwi ka daw sabi ni Alora.
Ano lang, parang pag weekend, unwind lang. Diyan lang, umiikot lang din kami dun sa malapit sa set. Tagaytay.
Ano ka talaga, VR?
I have a question pala.
Marami na labang sikreto.
Uy, kailangan mag-inuman para lumabas yung mga sekreto na yan. Char. Question, saan ba yung siguro not specifically, pero saang area yung
Cavite.
setting? Cavite.
Oh,
Okay.
Binodcast namin talaga yan. It's at Verona.
Okay.
Subdivision.
Oo, sa saan ba din? Sa Silang. Silang
Silang
Cavite.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Actually, marami siyang potential kasi, di ba, may maraming damuhan. So, alam mo yun, parang feels siya na pwedeng, maging massacre movie, maging horror movie, or maging supernatural movie talaga, di ba? Yung mga ganun,
Correct.
palahiban.
Alam ko talaga naka-confuse talaga yung special house. Kasi yun nga, original
Yeah.
talaga sa script nga, it was supposed to be a cliff.
Okay.
Pero you don't have any in the Silang area or Cavite area, no? Kasi tatag talaga siya eh.
At saka it was so difficult to get a permit. That
Yeah.
was September. Tapos ayun yung time na naglabas ang FDCP rin ng rules that we had to like, di ba nakakagulo na ng artista at saka ang FDCP, hindi namin alam kung ano yung susundin naming rules for the shoot. So ang ginawa talaga nila namin is we made sure na nasa isang lugar lang kami para wala kami nasusuway.
Right. And you know, parang in terms of safety protocols, at least you know na everyone there is safe.
Yeah.
Kasi nagpa-test naman kayo. So, pretty cool. Yes. Ano ba? May question ako nakalimutan siya.
Baka si
Tungkol
Mamya
saan
may
topic yan?
question.
Baka si Mamya may
Yeah,
question.
sorry, yes.
Oh, direct baka gusto mo magpahula kay Ma'am Yaw, tignan ko magiging successful yung season.
Ayay!
Ayun, no?
Ayun.
Ayun na.
Ayun na.
Ito yung pang ko, Mamiyaw.
Cards to. Cards to.
Agaw po, direct agaw po.
Mm.
O, sige po. Kanina pa ako nagbabalaso ng baraha eh. So, okay. I'll pick 3
Ala.
cards.
Ayun na, direct. Go.
Ayun na.
Okay.
Sa 15,000 po na nanonood, no? Live po ito na pagtatarot card
Okay.
reading ni Mamya para kay Direct Paul. There you go.
Okay, so first card was Ace of Pentacles.
Ooh.
This was your past. You had financial worries. Siguro regarding sa production. Tulad nga ng sinabi niyo, you were under budget constraints. So, yun yung issue.
Natakot kasi si VR.
Ano po
Tapos-
ba yung budget para kay Jay?
Next, for the
Yung facial
president, Page
reconstruction.
of Wands.
Ano yan?
Page of Wands.
Page of Wands.
Yes.
Wands.
Okay, so this being the wands, it has something to do with work. It shows that there's exploration, enthusiasm, discovery, and creativity.
Ooh.
So- At the moment, you're exploring new stuff with regards to your work. Kasi wands deal with work. And there's a lot of enthusiasm from probably the crew and all the members that are with you. For the future, though, is the Hangman reversed.
Ooh.
Oh, what is that?
The Hangman,
Hangman reversed.
reversed. Okay, the Hangman means there would be some crossroads, indecision, and delay. So there might be some delay in the production. I don't know, but
December.
you will come across a crossroads. You will come across a crossroads. So there would be some major decisions that would have to be dealt with, so that for the production in the future.
Ooh.
Yun.
Yun, ah.
Yeah.
Naku, baka ano yan, no? Ano?
Nice.
Safety
Curious din ako, ano
restrictions.
masasabi niya sa akin?
Ay, si VR daw.
VR daw,
Okay,
Mamya.
Ala.
si VR din. Sige. Teka.
Love life daw, VR, papahula mo.
Ano masabi ka ng specific part?
Hindi
Pwede ba
naman.
siya bahala kung ano?
Hindi, parang what you do, you just have to clear your mind. Tapos kung ano man yung gusto mo i-manifest usually, your intent, lalabas sa baraha yun.
Okay.
Sige.
Oh, love life
So,
talaga.
Sige, very close.
Sure.
hindi kailangan ng close-up, pero pwede rin.
Akala ko kailangan mo makita yung mukha ko.
Wait, VR, kailangan ng close-up ng abs mo. Sabi ni Ma'am Yao yan kanina. Charlie.
Direct kasi, direct bun eh. Picture na lang ng dati, okay lang.
Char lang.
Wait lang.
Balasa lang ako
Pag-umuwi
sa
pa po ba ako? Nasa season 2 pa ba ako?
Oo daw, nandun ka pa, di ba?
Okay, so
Hello, June!
try natin yung kay VR. Okay. Okay, so 3 cards ulit.
Kinakabahan ako.
First card is the Ace of Swords.
Oh.
The Ace of Swords deals with power, force, victory, mental clarity, strong will, and new ideas. So, since this is your recent past, it means that you've attained a certain kind of victory. So, I must say it would have to do with yung success ng endeavors mo at the moment. For your present though, the Chariot, reversed. Okay. I'm not sure kung bakit, pero it's tells something about the lack of direction, lack of control, and aggression and emotional trouble. So it doesn't sound that good, pero it might have something to it has something to do with something major in your life right now. Kasi ano siya major turning point kasi major arcana siya. It could be na marami kang choices ngayon and hindi mo alam kung ano sa mga choices na yun yung kailangan mong kunin. So, medyo nawawalan ka ng direction at that sense. May sense ba yung sinasabi ko? Pasensya na.
Ay, meron.
Last card, okay, is Death card. And it's not it's not death as we know it, pero it means endings, beginnings, change, transition, and accepting faith. So, merong major na magbabago sa future mo. And it's about time to accept that change. Kasi it would mean a new beginning for you in whatever endeavor that you're going to go through. Yun lang.
Yay! May naiyak si VR.
Ay, sorry po. Hindi ko po sadya.
Hindi.
You're on mute.
Na-mute ka po.
Ako?
Okay. Or I thought you were saying
Akala ko
something.
mute.
Oh.
Wala po ako masabi.
Nakarelate siya sa baraha. Ganyan din yan. Pero tulad ng sasabi namin kanina. Ha? These are only guides for you to follow. It could serve as a warning or it could serve as parang kumbaga, there are Easter eggs and it's up to you if you want to take the Easter egg or not. Or if you want to give power to the cards or not. So it's up to you.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, di ba, we create our own destiny, we create our own fates. So.
True.
Yes.
True.
Amen.
Yes. Wait, siguro we're actually running 3 hours now. We'd like to thank specifically, most importantly, of course, Direk Von for joining us. Biglaan lang to Direk. Maraming salamat for joining us and for producing Cheat the series, for being here with us, for always listening to us. Akala naman purang pucho-pucho lang itong mga pinagsasabi namin sa BBS. Pero thank you so much for listening. We'll always support Cheat the series, especially season 2.
Yes.
And of course, ang pinakamamahal namin si VR. Yes, tingin ka naman enjoy. Yes.
Correct. Salamat.
Yes. So now, Direk, itong review and after show cheat tuloy. After show chat talaga namin. What we do is we rate the entire series, season 1. Ayan. So, Direk. Oy, Direk, Pero like ano to ha, like kami kasi that's why we call ourselves brouhaha is because we're not really critiques per se, right? We're not like film critiques. We're just regular viewers. That's why we keep inviting friends and people over because we need to get different perspectives. Kagabi nga parang we had a series review. We had different insights also, and the idea is brouhaha nga we need to create an uproar and talk about it. Kaya nga pinag-uusapan natin. So you can take it seriously. You can also use it as guide, parang tarot card lang. But again, we're just here commenting as regular viewers. Yun lang.
We need that. We need that kasi the only way we could do better is to be open to criticisms.
Oy.
Yes.
Criticisms naman. And that's the reason why we watch your show because we
Thank
don't
you.
take offense in what you say and
Yep.
we ponder on the criticisms coming from your show and take it. Iba kasi yung bastos na criticism, wala lang magawa. Para
Yeah,
ano,
yeah.
yung,
Right.
ito yung criticism nila which could make the series or any episode better. And that's how we see Brouhahas.
Oy. Thank you, Direk. Yes. At dahil dyan, Direk, in VR, mag-rate na talaga kami. May medyo kinakabahan kami apat actually.
Baka makancel bigla tayo.
Makancel kami bigla dito. We'll do it very quick.
Parang feeling ko bigla akong lag.
Oo. Okay lang naman direct, 'di ba? Kaya naman sabihin nila kasi you're friends with parang YouTube local manager, tama? You're friends.
Braso Hanto.
Yes. All right. So, Mamiao, Mikey, Lance, and myself, we will be parang rating the entire series, the entire 6 episodes of Cheat the Series Season 1, 1 to 10. We call it the BBS satisfaction rating. Satisfied ba kami as regular viewers, no? Ayan. Who wants to start? Mamiao, would you like to give your rating?
Okay, I'll start.
Yes.
I'll give it a 9.5.
Okay.
Because I really love how you dealt with the local folklore.
Yeah.
And you melded it with the European tradition and witchcraft. Kahit hindi niya na-research, it was on point. It was very good.
There. All right. 9.5. One down. Yeah, sorry.
Did you have more? Maya?
Mas
think that's it.
nakakatakot pala to rather than just waiting for a yes no sa ano.
Grabe ka, Direk.
Wait.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else, Maya? I thought you were gonna say something else.
No, I'm good.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, 9.5 for Mamiya. Okay.
9.5.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay, next. Mikey?
Sige. Yes for me. Okay, next. All right. So sabi nga ni Nico, parang we all base it on our own perspectives, our own experiences, and ultimately in our own experiences, di ba? Kasi iba-iba rin yung tinitingnan namin, iba-iba yung lente na ginagamit namin, and iba-iba rin naman yung mga backgrounds namin. So, I think I mentioned this before na kanina eh. Parang for the bravery, for the trailblazing, for the risks, for the effort, for the acting, and all of that, that's a plus, di ba? And then yun nga, may mga moments na sabi mga direct, we could improve on. I understand more because of what you've shared with us, with the financial, etc. But there are just some things, I guess, na yun nga, maybe, and I mentioned this to Vera earlier, na parang I was expecting it to be here, for example, for certain explosive revelations, but then it sort of like got to just this point, and there were sort of like inconsistencies in siguro yung emotion and delivery of some of the cast. I think all naman, pero parang more for others than for some.
Yeah.
So yung mga ganun bagay. But overall, I enjoy the series. I'm looking forward to season 2. For now, because I know that it can be better and it will be better, my rating for it is an 8. So,
Okay.
Still very high. Thank you, Mikey.
Yeah.
thank you.
I think it's gonna be my turn. So yeah, there's a lot of factors to weigh in, and the strongest factor that I weighed in with this was it out of the box? Was it something I'll watch again? Was it something spectacular amongst the others in the playing field, kumbaga? And definitely it is out of the box. It is brave. It carefully handled topics on religion, on witchcraft, on those uncharted territories that no one braves to enter, especially when you went to the sex magic, kumbaga, kung tutuusin. The tantric magic behind that too. And the scenes are powerful, but there were just a few things that pull it down. Maybe some aesthetics, like the music. Hopefully, in the future, you get a brilliant composer that would merge well with your series. Some acting points we would just needed more oomph and strength with some of the acting points, especially in the finale parts, I think. And I would give it a very special number. It signifies infinity, and that's an 8.
Okay.
Hopefully, your show and your power will be infinite too.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes. Direct mataas na talaga yung 8 na yan.
Oo nga eh.
Yeah, I'll go.
Alam mo talaga, tumatagok yung heart ko. May parang, ito pala yung ikaw yung ginigrade.
Parang sa school
Direct
lang,
parang
ano?
nasa thesis ba to? Thesis defense.
But I also love it. Thank you for the honesty kasi, we really need that. We really need that.
Yeah.
And Nico.
And I'll go last, Direct. And I included the others also na nagbigay ng rating sa chat natin. We'll include them sa
Yes.
rating para right. Ay, dagdag ko na lang si Pietro also added his rating and then add mine also. Ako naman, Direct, nasabi na nila Mikey, ni Ma'am Yao and the Nilans, yung concerns nila here and there, no? Hindi ko na uulitin. Siguro I'll give props to Cheat the Series for the bravery and alam mo yun, ang lakas ng loob talaga to show us that kind of content. And we've never seen that before eh. So,
Akala kasi namin kikita.
pero direct kasi gusto ko yung mga ganong kwento, yung tipong hindi lang pa-tweetums, parang give me something gritty, edgy, something na kumbaga kulang na lang napahandusay na sa putik, yung mga ganong levels. At may putik ang Cheat the Series
Yeah.
yung mga small
Literally.
Yeah.
And rub it on each other.
Right. Ayan. So, concerns lang siguro ako direct sa acting lang siguro. Parang a little bit more push siguro for the main characters. But sabi ko naman to kanina, delighter ko talaga rin si VR, si Alora. Ayun, I forgot to make to mention si Tuesday Vargas, no. Super fan ako ni Tuesday Vargas. But in terms of the kwento, I see the vision, I see the narrative. It's there. Konting push lang siguro talaga for season 2 and I want to see that in season 2. I'm there with you guys in season 2. I'm also gonna give it an 8 overall.
Thank you.
So yeah, ayun i-average ko na direct kung ilan. So.
Salamat.
With all those who commented din kanina, like ang sabi niya, Ray June, ang galing talaga ng witchcraft ni Jen and the mother. Galing, daig pa din horror movies. Tapos Sir Will was saying, like, I'll give it a 7.5 kasi there's still more to improve, especially on acting. But it was definitely a good run. So those are the comments in the chat about that.
Pero I appreciate yung sinabi ni Direk kanina. Di ba? Parang they went for psychological. Parang yun nga. Parang when, let's say, Alora was doing magic, parang it would be dark, it would be cloudy, parang there would be flashing lights, yung mga ganun, di ba?
Right.
And then yung parang yung yung licking of the flame. Charot, may ganun.
Yeah.
Di ba? Kasi yung mga kandila yung mga ganun bagay. So yeah. Very, very detailed. So even with a low budget, you were able to make it work.
Yes.
But I hope we still keep to doing that when it comes to magic kasi I mean that's the real feel of they call this when it comes to the yung witchcraft na yun.
Rituals, yes.
We were
atmospheric,
Sorry. Yes, ma'am.
yung atmospheric feel when making rituals, that's important. Kasi you choose the time, you choose the phases of the moon, you choose the weather whenever you make rituals. So that's important. And kudos dun sa finale, yung
Yeah.
Yung merong kulog and all that. That's very, very
Yes.
powerful.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Mamaya, we were very lucky doon kasi totoo yung lightnings doon at saka thunder.
Swerte!
Even
Halos totoo lang.
diba, VR, even the moon
Nice.
was real. We really captured the moon.
Sayang nga direct hindi nakunan yung ano, 'di ba? Sa car scene, yung kaming dalawa ni V magkausap sa gitna ng mukha namin may
Yes.
nag-lightning bigla.
Nice.
Pero yung ano napanood niyo sa finale, yung sa background ni Alora, that was true lightning talaga. Totoo
Nice. Yeah,
siya.
yeah. Grabe.
Nice.
Galing.
Swerte.
Sobrang galing ni Direct Craig mag-timing.
Manghula ng weather. Sasabihin niya, okay, we'll shoot tomorrow kasi the sun will be very bright. It is bright. Tapos sasabihin niya, we'll shoot na kasi
Nice.
we'll have rain by that time. Meron na talaga rain.
Cool.
What
Tapos parang
weather
nagtanong
app
pa ako
is
sa
he
kanya kasi
using?
may isang sked na kailangan kong umalis. Sabi ko, Direct, paano po if sa gantong araw hindi umulan? Eh kailangan natin na ulan. Sabi niya, oh, don't question me. That it will rain.
Yes, So,
Uy, anong ginagamit niya?
we were really lucky kasi parang nature was one with us. Binigay sa
Yeah.
amin yung lightning at saka yung mga so parang wala talagang special effects yun. It was really just
Nice.
psychological. Nice.
Ang galing, ang galing. Yeah,
Galing.
ang word of warning lang siguro namin noon was when we were scared for Alora for some time kasi the Latin incantations are real. I see its roots in Greek, in Egyptian, and in Wiccan. So sabi lang namin ng partner ko, girl, just be careful when you say the words, especially when it comes to acting, and you have to have a cleansing
Ah.
ritual afterwards. Kasi there's still power in words, especially in
Right.
spellcraft.
Right.
We will really consult you sa next kasi we'll
Nice.
have to continue with incantation pa rin in season 2. So definitely for season 2 we'll add research na talaga to it.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yay! At dahil dyan, Direk, ibibigay na namin ang overall average rating namin for Cheat the Series Season 1. And Direk, siguro ano na lang to, parang despite the limitations, despite the pandemic, right? This is the rating and mataas na talaga to, Direk, ha? And we said this also sa Game Boys kasi Game Boys also has limitations, di ba? So the overall rating for Cheat the Series Season 1 is from BBS, it's 8.19. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you to the people who
Thank you.
Brua Hobby Squad. Okay, direct tayo naman po. Para sa akin yung BBS,
Sige.
hindi naman sila mag-comment.
Ano ba yan? Gusto ko marinig. Ito lang yan.
Ako din
Isa-isa
share
yung
lang
sabi.
yung napakaganda ng mga insights. Iyo would actually send me a message, Direct, please watch yung live ng Bruhaha kasi habol ka na sa kasi sabi ang gaganda ng insight. So talagang humahabol ako. It was just a joke kasi sabi ko sinusundan ko si VR kasi madaldal siya. But your your insights are very really really great and we really discuss yung mga sinasabi niyo and then when I have the meeting with Craig, we discuss it. And it's still a learning process for us, and we're very open to doing things better. And with all your help, season 2 would be a lot better.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We
May
will support. Yeah, Mikey, go.
May nag-comment talaga. Bigyan rin ng rating ang BBS.
Uy, rate mo kami. Bakit kami i-rate? Siya zero.
Kayo naman.
Amay,
Zero ka, Sir Will. Ang MA yan, Sir Will.
idadamay na yan si...
Kung i-rate ko sa professor, siguro ito yung mga terror teachers.
Teacher talaga siya.
Oh my God.
Kumbaga sa
Si Sir
university,
Will yan.
hindi ako pwede mag-absent kasi babagsak ako kapag hindi.
True.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Yan.
Oy, pero
Pero, Direk-
hindi nalalayo yun, Direk, kasi talaga kami. In a way, educators kami. Kung
Yeah.
lang.
Yes,
Share
it
lang
really
namin.
shows. I would say that your group is one of the it's the most intellectual, I think, na pagdating sa no offense meant to other groups, but yours is really very intellectual. And that's hindi yun sip-sip na bigyan niyo ng score eh. Yes, and it's
Oh,
fun to
definitely.
keep watching you kasi ang ganda ng spontaneous yung usapan. Walang nasasapawan kasi lahat matatalino.
Thank you, Direk. And Direk,
Thank you.
and we are actually being objective here. Parang it may seem like we're talking about all these things from a very personal perspective, and it's true. Well, it's true. Including si Mamya, we also have our basis din naman dito. It's on Twitter, it's even on Facebook. We call it WAP. So parang we do research also. Para naman we do justice dun sa review namin. Hindi lang tipong, ay nakakatuwa or na ang saya, ay ang pangit. Parang we need to have basis also. Kasi we're here to help also the production eh. Give justice to whatever you did. Kasi pinaghirapan din ninyo yan eh. Diba? So we can't just give any random review sa ginagawa nyo. And we are here to praise Cheat the Series Season 1. And we're here looking forward for Season 2. Yes.
Yes.
And other productions.
Season 2 come through.
Yes.
Come through. Thank you
We're
so
going
much.
to prepare now with our teasers soon for the season 2, and so far we have a working title for like Angel of the Sea, but it's not yet final. Yes, it's not yet final, but and we already found one of the actors to also play a role for Angel of the Sea. For Cheat the Series, we're introducing new characters talaga. So, dadami sila.
Oh my God, excited.
I love
I want to know.
More
Wow.
complications. I like it.
Yes. Ito na ba yung crossover?
Yes. Mag-crossover na ba si Angel of the Sea eventually in Cheat? Mga ganon. Who else would crossover? Let us
Yes.
see.
Yes,
We'll see,
I
we'll
think
see.
we will also have crossovers coming from the other series.
Whoa.
Love. It's good that this is happening, no? Parang there's collaboration talaga eh. Parang we're not just creating jobs, but we're also creating this community, di ba? So
Yes.
it's very nice that we are able to do that. And hopefully that continues and, the industry just keeps getting bigger and better. Thank
Mikey
you.
will continue pahingi ng pondo.
Sige po, magkano ba? Anong Gcash? Oh my God, mahiya ako bigla. We'll support the best way we can. Ayun no,
Yes.
Thank you. We super
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Uy, picture naman tayo.
Yes,
Oh my God.
please.
Nico?
Nico? Nico, you're on mute. Pakigalaw ang baso, Nico. Mute
Or
ka.
nawala talaga yung audio niya.
No, kasi nag-low bat na talaga yung system.
Oh my God, okay.
I'm
let's
so
go now.
sorry.
Okay,
Let's go now.
let's photo na.
Sino yung screen cap? Lance? Mikey?
hindi ako pwede.
Sige.
Oh my God.
Mikey?
Sige, go.
Go. 1, 2, and 3.
3, 2, 1, smile. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my God, appreciate it.
Direct, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you again.
Yeah.
Salamat. Thank you always po. Thank you always.
Thank you as well.
Yes.
So, sana makapagpahinga kayo before you go back
Yep.
to, working.
Yes.
Enjoy the time and take a rest and really, parang rejuvenate. Yan. So hopefully you guys do that for
Yes.
yourselves. And we'll see each other again soon.
All right. Direct, thank you so much, VR. Mamiel, thank you so much for the tarot card reading.
Thank
You
you.
enjoyed or not, everybody. We'll see you. Oh, we have our session this Friday naman, no? Mikey, Lance. Meron tayong
So
Yes.
we have another...
Yung kaharutan ni Cheat the Series, yung kaharutan ng Cheat the Series sa Twitter.
Correct. Camp Avenue
Si Camp
Studio.
Avenues naman. Ang nagsabay pa sila ng finale, ang sakit tong weekend na to. Ano to? Itong week na to.
Grabe. Ang dami nating, well, hindi naman goodbye, pero parang see you later lang. Diba?
Oh, see you soon.
Yes.
There might be another one as well. So, by the
See you
way, kung
next
sino
year
man
kasi
yung
mag-delay
admin,
daw.
so, tingnan natin.
Sabi ni
Sana
Ma'am
hindi
Mia.
naman ganun katagal. Pero kung sino man yung admin ng Cheetah Series, paki-hi kami sa kanya kasi
Yes,
sobrang
kudos.
pala,
Ang galing.
sobrang saya. So yun. So guys,
Super.
tomorrow on Friday we are going to be doing our finale for the Influencers the series. So go ahead and check that out as well. And if you want to follow us on our social media, we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube. It's Bruha Hobby Squad. Thank you for joining us tonight. We thank VR and Direct One for being with us tonight as well.
Congrats.
And we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye. Adios.
Bye.